Yo, guys, it's Old Man Cheer back again with another live stream. It's obviously we're covering the Euros. Look, get my words out. We're covering the Euros, and Copa America. Well, I'm joined with awesome panel, Damien, Abdul, Ahmed, Chim as well. We're going to basically just dissect and divulge everything that's been going on. Yeah, there's cameras on for the European Championship and actually review match day one as well. Remember, guys, new to the channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter as well. And let's get stuck into it. So first, how's everyone doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. How about you?
I'm doing okay. I just have one question for Ahmed. Ahmed, can you hear me?
I can hear you, bro.
I have one quick question. After what happened today, do Italy really need Verratti?
You will replace Jorginho, don't worry.
It's Marco, man. Come on, it's Marco.
It would be a crime to not play with Verratti, man. It would be a crime.
It would be a crime. It looks so convincing. You're just like, is he really needed? Was he? But no, that's fair. Right. Let's just get into it. I mean, well, actually, before I go into how have you guys found the Euros so far? Do you think it's lived up to expectation? Has been entertaining? Has been disappointed? How have you guys felt about it? If that makes any sense.
I think it's been great, to be fair. There hasn't been any negatives to it, It's lived up to the expectations, and it's amazing seeing fans back at the stadium, man. Especially the Hungary game, full capacity. That was amazing, man.
Anyone else want to add to that? Thoughts?
I mean, go ahead, Ahmed. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. In the beginning, for me, it was a bit boring, but not boring like that. I wasn't pumped for the game. I didn't feel any hype. But now, I feel like I want to watch each game, and we have had some great games, like the Netherlands against who did I play? Ukraine.
Ukraine, yeah.
Yeah, I thought the game today, which was Turkey versus Wales, was a good game.
That was a good game, yeah.
So I feel the hype is starting to build up right now. So I think it has been great.
Okay. Anyone else? So I'm just setting a few things up. But any thoughts on how yours have been? Shimmer, you were going to say something.
Oh no, I was just I was just piggybacking on what they said. Yeah, it's been a good Euros. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so first game really, I said in our like match day sort of one preview, like, and I guess while we're doing this, we're also thinking about like who's favorites from the tournament. But obviously, the intro, the first game of the Euros was Italy 3, Turkey 0, and obviously with Italy beating the Swiss now, how good are people viewing this Italian team? Are Turkey a massive flop? Do we expect more from Turkey? Like Damien, what do you think?
First, I thought this would have been a draw, and I was totally wrong. Italy actually decimated Turkey, and yeah, Turkey didn't really do anything in this game, if I'm being honest. And you also look back on before this tournament, I thought that Turkey would have been like a dark horse of the tournament. But they disappointed me, and they're practically out. I'm pretty sure they would need to like win big against Switzerland on the last day, and I don't see that happening. And Italy, I mean, yeah, they did surprise me, that 3-0 win and another 3-0 win. So they had a great start to the tournament, and yeah.
Abdul, thoughts?
Yeah, in regards to Italy, yeah, I mean, they look really good, but you have to take into consideration who they're playing. Obviously, it can only be what's in front of you, but I mean, Turkey have been like the 2 games they've played. I can't tell you how disappointed I am because I wouldn't say high expectations of them to do well, but I was expecting them to at least pose a challenge, pose a threat, and bro. It feels like they have no plan. They look lost on the field. Like I don't know what's their game plan. Are they playing counter-attacking football? Are they playing attacking? Like they can't string 2 passes together, and they have no attacking threat. And defensively, they are like the amount of times, like Wales, they just
Carved them open.
They carved them open constantly. Like it wasn't even a challenge, and we're talking about like a 33, 34-year-old Bale carving them open time after time with Aaron Ramsey. Like people need to remember, Aaron Ramsey, he hasn't even played for the whole season. He's been injured, and Juventus are trying to ship him out, and you allow him to put in that kind of performance. Like it should have been like 6-0 Wales. So you have to take into consideration who Italy are beating, but they're looking good. They're looking confident. On paper, they have a good team, so it makes sense.
Still not conceded the goal. They've not conceded the goal. Kept the clean sheet.
Yeah, so they're looking good on paper, and they're looking good on the field. They're playing as a team. They have a good manager, new philosophy. A lot of youngsters. They have a lot of youngsters in that team as well. And even their bench is good, man. They have Chiesa coming in from the bench. That's crazy. That's crazy. Chiesa, I rate him really high, man. Highly rated, especially by me. And like to be fair, Turkey, big disappointment. It's actually funny because coming into the tournament, Turkey and Italy were both, in my opinion, dark horses. And like one team has proved to be that, has lived up to those expectations, and the other one has just absolutely like disappointed. Like I think they are already out. They're basically already out after 2 games. So,
jeez, man. Ahmed, what's your thoughts, man?
Regards of Turkey, I saw a lot of people hype them up before the Euros, and I understand why, because they have pretty good players. If you look at their squad, players that play for a lot of clubs in Europe. However, and I think they played pretty good before the Euros as well. However, I didn't hype them up like as big as people did, and but they have been worse than I thought. Like they got smashed by Italy, And today against Wales, I think they lost 2-0. But even though they lost 2-0, Wales should have like scored 3 goals or 4 goals,
That's
and
true.
Bale missed a penalty.
Yeah,
I don't remember a clear-cut chance that Turkey had. So
yeah,
like they have been really disappointed. Uh, and Italy, I think they have been the best team so far in the tournament. Like they have won against 2 teams 3-0.
yeah,
I don't think you can be more convincingly than that. Uh, I feel like they've been playing so good as a team. And when I looked at their team, I was a bit worried about their centre back partnership with
yeah.
Chiellini and Bonucci being pretty old.
Same,
They
same.
haven't been the greatest in Juventus. Bro, they look solid, man. They
Yeah,
haven't conceded a goal in like 10 games. I don't know. And the some players like Berardi and Locatelli, who doesn't play for big clubs, I was also worried about them. Like, will they now in the big stages show up? Because they haven't felt that. They haven't played in the Champions League
But
or even the
Ahmed,
Europa
You
League.
said Verratti?
the thing is, yeah, I
No, I said
think
Locatelli and
you
Berardi.
should be.
Oh, Verratti. I thought you said Verratti. I was like, Verratti not playing for a big club. That's first.
I think you should be careful about the whole 10 games without conceding a goal because the toughest team they faced is like Poland and Switzerland. You know.
Mm.
Yeah, I agree with you, yes, but it's still impressive, man. 10 games without conceding a goal.
Yeah, 100%,
With the
100%.
back line, I don't think I think the weakest point in their team is the back line, like on paper. But they have been very solid. And I think the midfield has been pretty good with Locatelli, as I said. I didn't know if he will show up in the big stage, but he has probably been their best player. He has been so good.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, both defensively and attackingly, Locatelli has been excellent.
And
Only,
go
oh
ahead, go
sorry.
ahead, go ahead.
So the only thing I think they're missing is Immobile. He needs to put some of those chances away. Like
Yeah,
when they play against a big team, they won't have so many chances like they have now. If they play against a France or a Germany or Portugal, they need to put them chances away. And Immobile has been missing a lot of chances. That's the only worry I have. But other than that, I think Italy have been excellent, man. I think that they are the best team right now in the competition, or they have the best performances.
Oh, Cole, who's in the chat. Cole, I put the link out on my on Twitter. But I'll post it in the thing as well. So you want to come on? Chimin, what are your thoughts?
I mean, Turkey is not surprising me because I didn't have Turkey coming out the group when it started, so it's not
interesting.
surprising. It's not surprising to me. And like the Italy game went about the way I expected it to do. I thought Italy went comfortably because Turkey didn't match up well with them at all. Like with the way to where you look at Turkey's strengths and weaknesses, you look at Italy's strengths and weaknesses, or a mismatch.
Mm.
And also Turkey, when they played Wales, I thought Wales would give them issues because of the way Wales plays, because the pace Wales have.
Mm.
I don't really see a lot of pace in Turkey's back line.
That's true.
That's why you saw Wales create a lot of chances because they couldn't deal with the pace Wales had. So Turkey, I just think they like all this stuff. I mean, Italy is a very good team. Like they're balanced. They have a very good midfield. And when you look at most games, like look at the teams that win the competition. It's about midfield. Like look at France when they won it. Pogba, Kante, Spain. Look at Spain's midfield. Look at Germany's midfield when they won it. But like when they won, games come down to the midfield. But just three-peat was predicated on that midfield, that dominant midfield. So when you have a midfield that good, you can always beat anybody. Like so it's gonna come down to matchups though, because if they play a team like England or France, that can stretch that back line. You know what I mean? That'll be their kryptonite, in my opinion. Like I think a team like England or France will give them a challenge because even Wales, that last game won't be a cakewalk for Italy because
You
of
think
that
so?
pace. Yeah, I don't think it'll be a cakewalk because of that pace Wales have in the front.
Yeah. Well, Daniel James, bro.
Daniel
Yeah,
James.
the pep killer, Daniel James.
yeah, bro. He like low key. If you look at his record against Pep, bro, it's ridiculous. Because like I remember the first time I ever watched Daniel James was when he was playing for Swansea. He was playing against Man City. I think it was a Carabao Cup, and he destroyed Man City. Man, I was like, who is this guy? Who is he? But yeah,
It's just that pace, man. But
no.
but like that's what Italy, man. Italy's weakness will come down to if a team can exploit that. Let's say, like for example, if they play a team like France or England, or let's just say a team if the team can score first past them, and now now they have to play a high line, then you'll see Italy. I wouldn't say get exposed, but you see their their weaknesses come out more. But they're a good team. But like I said, it's just predicated on matchups. That's all it is. So if they can play a team that's not going to stretch their back line, they can definitely make the final and win the competition for sure.
Fair. Let's quickly move on to, I think, one of the other highlights again, one of the other potential favorites. That's Belgium versus Russia.
I didn't get to talk about Turkey.
You didn't speak. Sorry, Yassir. My bad. Sorry. Yeah.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Thoughts on Italy, Turkey, man? No,
I'm gonna make this quick. So, yeah, I mean, I'm surprised at both. To be honest, I mean, I knew that Italy were good, and I did. I had both of them as dark horses, as many people did. I'm just surprised how well they look so early. That being said, I also watched the Wales and Turkey game today, and my God, Turkey is so bad. I mean, I'm so disappointed. My disappointment for Turkey is ridiculous. Like, I thought this team, they had decent players, they had good players. I thought they were organized, well organized, knew what they were doing, but as soon as the tournament started, it looked like all of that was out of the window. I've seen them. What was the recent? I remember watching them prior to the Euros. I forgot the last game they played, which they drew like 2-2. Was it? I don't quite remember. But yeah, they played well.
I think they smashed Holland as well. Netherlands.
Yeah, and it's just so disappointing because I expected them to come out of this group. I expected them to finish second. Maybe I and a lot of people underestimated Wales because I didn't see Wales doing this good, and I didn't see Turkey doing this bad. So I'm so disappointed in Turkey. And Italy, man, they're looking phenomenal. But that being said, I mean, they're in the group. Italy's in the group with Turkey, Wales, and Switzerland. So the way the Switzerland played today, the way they played, I mean, I don't know. Italy. I don't want to see them playing against better teams, but that won't happen until they get till the knockout station, or whatever. But for the most part, yeah, man, yeah, it's Turkey. I don't know. I don't know. I have a weird feeling Turkey still is going to come out, go to the round of 16. I just feel like because the thing is with the Euros, I feel like people are constantly forgetting that the best four third place team will come out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then if Turkey somehow gets a win against Switzerland, I think they're fine because I don't think there's going to be probably a lot of groups that they're going to have only the third place team probably has 1 or 2 points. So if they get 3 points in their last game, I think they'll be fine. To be honest,
actually, I don't think so. I think it's 4 or 3 with a good goal difference. Like lost to Euros, it was 3 and a really good goal difference that got through.
Yeah, but if you look at it, I mean, it's all about points here. If Turkey finished third with 3 points, and you have
but they have a terrible goal difference, bro.
But wouldn't the goal difference only matter?
It's -5.
If it's if they don't have enough points or something like that.
But 3 points. There's gonna be at least 4 other teams with 3 points and a better goal difference.
Do you think so? They're gonna be
100%, because you gotta know most teams get at least 1 win. Most teams.
I don't know, man. You have Russia beat Finland. Finland won.
Already that group with Denmark and Russia and Finland, they all have 1 win.
You're right.
And the goal difference isn't that bad, so exactly. So
and they're already -5, right? It's -5.
Yes, because they conceded 3, and then so they conceded 2 against Wales and 3 against Italy.
Yeah, they're finished. They're done.
And they just should have. And then just to finish up on Turkey. I agree with Abdul. They should have lost by a lot. Aaron Ramsey played well today, but he was low-key a brick. The amount of goals he missed, he should have had a hat trick. And Bale had missed the penalty. They could have been a lot worse for Turkey. And I was watching this game with my dad, the Turkey-Wales game, and even my dad was telling me how disappointed he was with Turkey as well. It just seemed like I don't know if it's a coaching problem. I don't know if they thought they were better than they actually were, and maybe they were playing with too much overconfidence. And I don't know what it is, but something has, in my opinion, something massively has gone wrong with Turkey because I don't believe in this notion that they're all of a sudden a bad team. I just feel like something has gone wrong mentally or whatever it is, but something has gone wrong for them.
Fair. Right. Let's move on to obviously one of the other big teams that are making a statement. And that is Belgium. Belgium obviously putting three past Russia, 3-0. Obviously Russia winning today, but Belgium haven't played yet. But Romelu Lukaku brace, and I'll go straight to Ahmed here. Like, have Belgium, or with the way they played? Well, I asked two questions. Have Belgium, with the way they played, made a statement? And two, do Belgium really need Eden Hazard to win this tournament? That was to you, Ahmed, if you're listening.
Sorry, bro. What did you say?
Oh, sorry. I was just saying, do Belgium need have Belgium laid a statement by that win against Russia? Is question number one. And then the follow-up is, do they actually need Eden Hazard?
I didn't watch the first half of the game. I watched when Hazard came in.
Okay.
And I thought they played pretty good. A bit better. He looked a bit slimmer than before, if I'm being honest. A little bit quicker when he dribbles. But I don't think they need him really. I think the main focus is Lukaku this Euro. I think he is very important, and the goals he gets is impressive because the physique he has, how strong and fast he is with the finishing. I think this will be his tournament. And before it was always Kevin De Bruyne or Hazard. They were the focus main point in Belgium. Now I think it's Lukaku. But if I'm being honest, I don't know how to rate their performance because I didn't watch the first half. I only watched when Hazard came in. So I can't give them a fair rating. But I think they will win their group because there's no good team, right, left in their group.
As far as so it's Belgium, Russia, and then Denmark and Finland, isn't it?
Yeah. So they will probably finish first. So
yeah.
But the 3-0 win against Russia is very good because Russia isn't a bad team; they're a pretty good team, and they won today against Finland. So no, I think they will be one of the toughest teams to beat. The only thing I'm worried about Belgium, and somehow maybe it's a good thing they play with the back three because I don't think Vertonghen and Alderweireld can play as a back four together with the age and how slow they are. So I think maybe the back three helps them a bit better, if I'm being honest. So that was the only thing I was worried about. And the thing with the back three is also good for Lukaku because he's used with that at Inter, and that's a thing people forget. Like when it's about the national team and the club football, it also depends how you transfer from the club team to the national team. So if it's a similar system or the players you have around you are similar, that's only a good thing. So that's why I think Lukaku will be pretty good in this Euro. No, but with the system change, I think Belgium can go further than before. If I'm being honest, because I don't think they have the centre back quality to play with the back four.
Okay, fair. Damien, what are your thoughts on Belgium and Hazard's influence or lack of influence?
Yeah, I thought that Belgium, overall they played a good game, and they got what they deserved. 3-0. Can't ask for a better opener to the tournament, and yeah, I expect them to come out this group on top. In regards to Hazard, they do need Hazard if they want to win this. If I'm being real, because with how good Lukaku is, like they need a second guy.
Clarify, Damien. Are we talking about Eden or the other, his brother?
Oh yeah, my
Talking
bad.
or Eden? Which one are we talking about here, man? I just need to.
Desard.
Bizarre. Okay. Go on.
Yeah, because like I don't want to seem disrespectful, but like I don't really trust De Bruyne, in the big games. If I'm being real, so
Okay.
I'm more inclined to trust Hazard when it comes to the big games, and if we can show glimpses of Desard, then Belgium can make a deep run in this tournament with Lukaku scoring the goals that he is right now.
Okay. Fair. Okay. Abdul, man, thoughts? Belgium.
Yeah, you expect them to be Russia.
Okay.
It would have been an upset if they didn't win. And Russia, to be fair, since 2018, they had a good tournament, and they've been declined since then. Like if you saw them against Finland today, like they were holding on to that 1-0 lead,
Yeah.
To be fair, in regards to Belgium, I don't think they have any chance of winning this tournament. The thing with Lukaku is the guy can get marked out if you put one or two central defenders on him to mark him. He can get marked out of the game. There's a reason why Inter Milan, they've crashed out of the Champions League group stages 2 years in a row with Lukaku in their team. You know what I mean? I don't think you can rely on Lukaku as heavily as they are to win this tournament. You just can't. It has to be a collective effort when it comes to what's it called, the offensive display. I think they're a good solid team. They're a good solid team. It's too early to say, like, to make any conclusions out of this first game. It's gonna be interesting tomorrow because they're playing my country. Actually, they're playing Denmark, and believe it or not, Denmark, don't get fooled by that first game against Finland. The thing is with Denmark, they actually have good central defenders. We have a decent defense, and we're not going to be on the front foot tomorrow. We're going to be parking that double-decker bus, so they have to come. They have to come and break us down. And I think I wouldn't be surprised if Lukaku struggles tomorrow because don't sleep on Christensen and Vestergaard. And we have decent defenders, man. So I think tomorrow will be a bigger test for Belgium than Russia was, where you can assess them more as a team and where they can go in this tournament on the basis of tomorrow rather than against the performance against Russia.
Okay, fair. Vishwa, who's just come in. Vishwa, man, Belgium versus Russia. Thoughts? Are Belgium now false? And can Eden Hazard carry this Belgium test? Ooh, what's
Yeah,
your
man.
mic?
What's up, man? Thanks for the intro.
Yeah,
But Belgium, bro, what can I say? Best striker in the world right now plays for that team. So
Whoa.
Easy, bro. Easy. Relax.
Qualify that statement. Best striker in the world. Please qualify that statement.
Is he wrong?
Wait.
Is he
How
wrong?
am I wrong in saying this?
You're not wrong.
It's a decent shout.
No.
I need you to qualify the statements. How is Lukaku the best striker in the world right now?
No, based off of just like tangibles and the way that he's been playing this season, this is just off of personal preference, But just stellar form, okay? And if I'm coming to this tournament with any thought process, it's to beat France. If we saw France versus Germany, which I know everyone here did, we saw a masterclass in defending, mate. Now Abdul's right. Denmark's got a great defense. He forgot to mention Simon Kier, who's actually been like amazing guy in terms of the whole Eriksen situation that went down. But regardless of that, I think Lukaku's gonna come out still banging goals in this whole tournament. So Like, just do not be surprised. Do not be surprised if you see that Belgium 1-for-1 are the only team that can compete with this French national team. Because if we're being honest, like there is not even any team worth mentioning or talking about in this Euros if we're not talking about France. Okay, like this is one of the best teams ever assembled in history. I could say.
They needed an own goal to beat Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Just
But
FYI.
hey, that's only because we're dealing with some terrorist tactics by the manager. Okay, it's still results though. You got to keep remembering that it's still results at the end of the day.
Still results. Fair. That's fair. That's fair. But does
Mhm.
anyone else have anything to add to the? Whose mic is that? By the way, I'm getting a bit of feedback. So what?
Brick Mike, man.
Yeah. Okay, that works. Yeah. Okay, that's better. Does anyone else have anything to say about Belgium versus Russia? We move on because we've got quite a few games.
When it comes to like Belgium,
to
be honest, when I watched the game, I know Belgium won 3-0. But when I watched, like, I was talking about the game. I mean, Belgium. I mean, it's not like Belgium. I mean, they won 3-0. I mean, it was a good form. It was good, but it didn't blow me away. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't blown away by them. I mean, it was a professional. It was like a professional 3-0 win. You know, it wasn't like a win where like Belgium just, was like, oh my gosh, Belgium is this, juggernaut. Because for me, like, Belgium, I expected Belgium to beat Russia comfortably, because I think they're better than Russia. In general, like, I think they're about a tier above Russia. So like, I expect them to beat Russia comfortably. But for me though, Belgium, I just see too many flaws for me to say like they're shooing to be a contender. You know what I mean? Like Lukaku is one of the best strikers easily, but they don't. But you know what I'm saying. But the other players on the wings, I'm not so sure about them. They're like Carrasco, he's too inconsistent. All the other guys they got, like the Thomas Meunier, the defense, like the midfield is good, but it's just I don't know. Like I'm just not like blown away by them in a sense. But I mean, they have enough quality to make a run, so you can never count them out.
Fair. That's fair, Shima. Anyone else have any thoughts on this before we move on?
Yeah. So for Belgium, I mean, the thing I was most impressed with Lukaku. At this point, Red Devil, we actually had to start having an honest conversation about Lukaku. I don't think this guy gets enough credit that he deserves, to be honest. Because this guy, what he has done in recent memory, pretty much leading the Inter Milan team to a Scudetto. I mean, which he was legit the reason why they won the Scudetto, and now pretty much looks like he's about to carry a Belgium team without Kevin De Bruyne, without I don't think Eden Hazard's fully fit. So, and if it wasn't for Carrasco, not. I don't know what Carrasco was doing during that game. It seemed like he didn't want to feed Lukaku, but Lukaku easily had a hat trick in his game. So, I mean, phenomenal player, man. He's tied with the top goal scorers now with 2. So it's him, Ronaldo, the guy in the Slovakia guy, Immobile, I believe. There's a lot of players on 2 goals now. So I believe he's gonna end up winning the Golden Boot, and yet still people won't rate him as much as they should, and I don't know why at this point. I don't know. So yeah.
Fair. Right. Let's move on to one of the other games of the group, and England versus Croatia. It's obviously going to come up. I'm not going to sing "It's Coming Home," but there were a lot of people that did say Laugh Gate, especially when the his team selection. I think a lot of people still saying Laugh Gate, but at the end of the day, England did manage to come up with the win. Were you guys? I guess the question for me with this is: were you guys surprised about that? England managed to pretty much control the game and win the game overall. Was that a surprise, or was this just an expected win? Move on, doesn't mean anything.
it was expected.
Yeah, it was expected. I mean, people need to understand. I don't know why a lot of people hyped up Croatia, and I felt like the English media was doing something that was very smart. I think they were hyping up this Croatian team, so when England do beat them, it's a big deal. Because I believe this Croatia team is not the same Croatia team, guys. I mean, it's just obvious for everyone to see. They don't they don't have a striker, and their Mane Mandzukic has left. Their Rakitic is not involved in the game. I don't. Did he even make the squad?
No, he retired. He retired.
He's retired.
I mean, Rakitic retired. Mandzukic retired. You legit have Modric that's pretty much left on his own in the midfield. I mean, they had Rebic playing as one of the forwards. Rebic is a defender, right? He plays as a right back, I believe.
No, he's a winger, I think.
Yeah, so they had like Rebic, Perisic, and they had another player up top. And it was just obvious.
Tamaric.
It was just obvious to see this is not the same Croatia team that went to the final 2018. So it's playing, and then they were playing against an England team that are far better than the England team that are 2018. So I would have been surprised if England didn't win this game. And credit to England, credit to Southgate, but they did make this a lot harder than it was. It was supposed to be, in my opinion. So
fair enough. Anyone else have any thoughts on versus Croatia? Same question. Like, are people surprised? Southgate.
I just got a question for with the World Cup, I understand England fans saying, it's coming home because it's been there before.
Yes.
You've won it before. But you've never won a Euro, so how is it coming home when it's never been there,
Bro, they're bricks, man. They're bricks.
I think it's just the song is just catchy.
But it makes sense with the World Cup, with the Euros, it's coming home. It's never been there, bro.
Yeah.
Not only have they never won a Euros, but they've never been to a Euros final in their entire history.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think they only won one World Cup, right?
Yeah, only one World Cup.
What was it 19? What was that? 1966.
66
in home soil. Yeah.
I mean, that's 1966. Man, the 60s. Ooh.
That's the same. It's the same decade that Sir Bobby Charlton won his Champions League and his Division 1 title and a Ballon d'Or. So just a shout out to Sir Bobby Charlton there.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Nice legend.
See, Red Devil. The thing is, I don't think the players are like. I don't think the players are in terms like. I don't think the players are arrogant in terms of like. I don't think the players are saying is coming home. I don't think they believe that. I just feel like sometimes with England fans, you guys kind of go overboard. You guys kind of go like too much, and we don't.
Well, this is
don't get it.
This is why I'm basing this question because I feel that Southgate, to put the fans aside, I feel that Southgate got a lot of criticism and a lot of hate towards him from just everyone in general. I think people want him out. I think it's trash. I don't think people generally thought that he was going to win this game because of how trash of a manager he is. So does Southgate not deserve at least a bit of credit for what, especially when the lineup came up? Does he deserve some credit for getting the dub against Croatia?
We need to have a conversation about him. We need to have a conversation, but because with that squad or that team you even put out, you should be beating Croatia, man. Look at this team, how stacked you are with players. For me, the embarrassing thing is like, I don't think he said that Chilwell was injured or something, or Chilwell wasn't fit.
Yeah.
So he couldn't play with Shaw, who has had a fantastic season.
Shaw is injured too.
Instead, he's playing Trippier as left.
Ahmed, Shaw is injured.
No, Shaw was on the bench, I think.
No, Shaw has ligament damage on his wrist. He has injury. He's carrying injury.
No, I think he was on the bench. I'm pretty sure he was on the bench.
That's why he went with Trippier, guards. Yeah,
I'm not sure. I think.
Yeah, Luke Shaw is carrying like a ligament injury in his wrist. Something happened to his wrist. So
see what I don't understand. I mean, is if that's true, why is it? Because I'm still somewhat unarmored here with the injury thing. Is that if that's true, okay, Chilwell picked up an injury. Okay, sure, Maguire's also picked up an injury. Rashford an injury. If you have players that have injuries, why is it that you took essentially 4 or 5, maybe even more, because we don't know if there's others, players to a European competition who are carrying injury that prevents them from playing, rather
You
than
know
taking
what?
players
Yeah.
to
Red Devil. You know what the funny thing is? I feel like every time a player gets benched or gets left out, they just say he's injured to make it less embarrassing, because like he's taking players that are injured already. So why is he leaving some out for injury and others not?
You know,
like Greenwood wasn't injured before in the final of the Europa League, and then all of a sudden he has to have surgery and he's injured, and that's why he got pulled out of the squad. You know,
but Maguire was so that's my point. Maguire was injured even going into it. I didn't even understand why he was taken, because he was.
He will be back. I think he's like Verratti.
He just said
no, but that's not the point. The point is why to pick players who already have existing injuries. Like someone in the comments now who's watching this just said, why does everyone love to hate on England? Because England's not about football when they come to international football. They're about politics.
Yes.
They're about picking the players from the most elite clubs in England, not necessarily the best players who deserve AKA Maguire, AKA Jordan Henderson. If I'm being very honest.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, guys. I see Red Devil's point and everyone's point why you're picking players that are injured. And I had the same sentiment, but I feel like the thing is like the lack of communication with the fans about the extent of the injury. I feel like that's the problem, where a lot of times us fans, we're just left in the dark. We don't know if this player is gonna play. Is he fit enough to play? All that, because right now I'm reading up that Maguire is going to be fit enough to play in the Scotland team. I guess the Scotland game on Friday, which makes it seem like his injury was manageable, whereas it wasn't like a big deal. And in that sense, I understand why he takes Maguire, because
but yes, don't you think it's like kind of disrespectful to the other defenders that you're picking a half
Abdul, I get your point, but then I feel like us fans sometimes we see players and we believe players are better and we think players should be picked, but then also the manager has his mind of his own too. If he doesn't think a player is good enough, he's not gonna pick him, no matter how much we think he's good enough. I mean, with Tomori, with Wan-Bissaka, Southgate doesn't rate these guys, and as much as we rate him, that would never change his opinion. Because that's his opinion, and Southgate has a right to his opinion. If he doesn't think the player is good enough, he's not going to pick it. You know what I mean? So it's like
I have a question. Was Chilwell also injured?
No,
I don't
he was
know.
in the reserve. I think he wasn't fit enough. But Shaw, I looked it up. He was on the bench, so it's impossible for him to have a serious injury. Because you don't put players on the bench.
Yeah, I see where he's coming with that. Because why would you even put him on the bench if he's actually injured?
No, I think if he's injured, it must be after the game. It can't be.
Yeah, you wouldn't even be available if you were.
And
so that's the embarrassing thing. Why play Trippier as a left back if you have one of the best left backs in the Premier League?
And also, starting away, was Sancho injured? Because Sancho wasn't even in the squad.
Yeah. He was in the reserves as well.
Unbelievable, man. Can I just say something real quick?
Yeah.
You know what's absolutely just that is just embarrassing right there. That is embarrassing. How do you take one of the best wingers in the world, don't even put him on the squad, bro? So with that being said,
Sancho, right?
England, yeah, of course, Jadon Sancho. England, in theory, on paper, has one of the most talented squads in the entire world. But they happen to have the worst manager in the entire world also. So, that is a mixture of like, oh, you're playing blackjack roulette over here, man. What are we going to get today?
You know what's interesting?
Can I just comment on the whole Sancho thing, bro?
Yeah, go
sorry
on.
sorry to get that in there, Red Devil. I just
No,
had to.
you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. I'm just all I'm saying is that I think that calling him the worst manager in the world when he's just got a dub over Croatia, like, and I think I've also got a stat where someone where like basically this is the first time England have won.
First game, yeah.
Their first game,
yeah.
you know, so like I'm not saying he's a great manager, but the fact, given how many managers England have had up until this point, that none of them could win their first game of a European competition.
That's just alluding to how pathetic this country is, you know.
Yeah,
they,
but then,
they hype up all of their great assets in this world, yet come to they fall short every single time.
Yeah, so I get that. So that's what I'm saying.
No, I agree with you, because you know what's interesting is like I wasn't Didier Deschamps' biggest fan. I wasn't his biggest fan even throughout the whole World Cup. I didn't like the fact that there are certain players he didn't play, like Ousmane Dembele at that time when he was playing for Borussia Dortmund, I believe, in 2018. But I didn't understand why Giroud was consistently being played. But the reality is that they won the World Cup.
Exactly.
Right now, no one can talk.
Offensive fullback says, "Nah, Joachim Low is worse than Southgate." Well, Joachim
Low
is a World Cup too. So, guys,
Joachim
we gotta
Low
be careful about criticizing managers, because if Southgate ends up in another semifinal, what are people gonna say then? I don't know, man. You know, I feel like we just have to sometimes. This is international football, guys. At the end of the day, I feel like at times we just need to calm down, and because great win for England. England, they have phenomenal players, guys. So
yes, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
The thing is, like, when you're looking at the odds, if you took Southgate out of that team and replaced him with, say, Red Devil, all right, maybe not Red Devil, but replaced him with any other coach that's not highly rated, would it change the odds of winning the thing?
No, because I feel I don't think they would. The reason why I don't think they would is because it's England. I feel like England will always have great odds because there's English fan that's gonna bet on England to win.
Yeah, exactly.
You say they have great odds, but they haven't achieved anything since the 60s.
Yeah, but the thing
even
is,
not that, they have great players.
Without Southgate, they're the favorites, you know. With or without him,
taking them back.
You know, I'm not saying I don't want to stick up for Southgate because I don't like the guy. I really don't. I don't think he's a great manager. But then at the same time, he won the first game. And when he does something wrong, if England doesn't win against Scotland, then we can criticize him. But I just don't agree with criticizing a manager when they just won their first game, like Red Devil said. I just feel like that's just hating just to hating's sake, you know?
See, don't you think the lineup was pretty weird? Even though they won, I know.
But it worked though. It worked. Sterling had a fantastic game. I mean, Phil
Sterling, he did not. As a left back, when you have one of the best left backs.
But Trippier can play both sides, so I mean, Trippier didn't do bad.
Choices. I don't know. It feels like he has favorite players. Like he don't want to admit to drop some players from other players.
But then
like, even Sterling, even though he's scored, he shouldn't be starting.
But every manager has favorite players, though. That's what I'm trying to say. Every manager has favorite players. Every manager, they play certain players above others. For us fans, it doesn't make sense. But then if you watch Ahmed, then what can we say?
I agree with you, but for me, on an international level, I think it's more about on form.
Yes.
If you have players on form, they should be playing.
I agree.
Like Sterling, I don't know. Even though he scored, I don't know how he's starting in front of Rashford, Sancho, even Grealish. Even Grealish, man. How is Grealish not starting?
Yeah, Grealish is the big.
Even that Croatia game, it was a pretty dead game, if I'm being honest. Like you guys had a lot of control in midfield, which was I was impressed by that because Croatia have a good midfield. But it was a dead game, not so many creative chances. Like I can't see you guys beating France or Italy or Belgium, or Germany. And these are the teams you should be beating with this squad.
With Grealish though. With Grealish, I generally believe Grealish's situation is the same as Wilfried Zaha's situation with David Moyes. I think there's a personal thing against. I think Sean has a personal thing against Grealish.
You saw the Grealish his sort
Then
of
why do
Grealish
you pick him?
photos, maybe. I don't know. So
He doesn't like Grealish, guys. Look, I was
If he
just
doesn't
telling
like him,
someone,
then why pick him? Why are
You-
you wasting everyone's time?
I
Guys,
mean, he would be hated if he did.
think
that.
about it. The thing about this,
Right.
guys. England, the tournament, people have 5 subs, and I was thinking, I was like, okay. I was looking at the subs that he was making. He sees Grealish as a winger for some reason. He will never play him in the middle. So you have Sancho and Rashford that probably he's gonna sub for a winger before he does Grealish. And then you look at the midfield. If he's gonna take out a midfield, he's probably gonna put Jude Bellingham or he's probably gonna put Henderson. And then if you're gonna look at a striker, he's probably gonna put in like a Calvin Lewin, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, or an Ollie Watkins. So I'm here thinking there's a high possibility that Grealish does not even play in the Euros at all. Like, if you think about it,
shout out to Eddie in the chat. By the way, appreciate you dropping by. Thank you so much for your support.
it's crazy, man.
Offensive fullback makes a point. Grealish is like João Felix for Fernando Santos. That is a fair point.
That is true.
Is João Felix even going to get a game?
I think it's a bit different, man. Grealish should start for England. Like he should be one of the first.
He also
names,
said
in my
Frank
opinion.
Lampard is available to train this team.
That is true. That is true. He's
Yeah,
also
but Grealish has actually had a good season, unlike João Felix.
Mhm.
Yeah, Grealish has been excellent.
Yeah.
I think it's because he doesn't.
Well, João Felix, he's regularly warming that bench, you know.
Yeah, you can't compare with Grealish. Grealish has had a much better season.
Regularly.
Does anyone else have anything to say on this England before we move on? Or should
Okay,
we quickly
just
move on?
can we just be honest with ourselves for a moment though? Stop with the praising. Just stop it. Like we need to stop like complimenting half-ass efforts. Okay,
But it's
you're
coming
gonna
home.
come
bro.
out.
It's
You're
coming
gonna
home.
come out over here and
But
play
to be honest,
against an extremely weakened Croatia side and still shithouse your way to a 1-0 win. It's just that is not impressive.
I think, to be fair,
I'm sorry.
I dislike England as well, but I think people are being too harsh because, like, if it was Belgium winning 1-0 or like another team winning 1-0, you wouldn't be this so harsh, you know? You say,
No,
all
but
right,
they
Yeah.
didn't. They didn't
Abdul,
win 1-0.
England will always be hated, and then that's just
No,
because the
this
fans
is
they
not
have.
true,
Like,
man. This
it's
is
the
not
history.
true.
they have.
I'm just saying,
I'm
real life.
only-
A win is
I'm
a win,
only
you know?
judging the football like objectively as I can, and these guys are just not playing good football. Okay, as soon as they play someone that is actually technically more superior than them, like technically in football and in tactics,
We know, but
they
we
are
know,
done
but
for.
we know that the European doesn't really work like that. Like it's not necessarily about your technical ability. Sometimes it's about matchups. So you match up a team where, like, I would argue that, like today, for example, that Turkey are probably more technically gifted than Wales are. Not massively, but they probably are in general. But Wales had a way of the system that they were able to beat the Turks, because the Turks, for all intents and purposes, didn't know what they were doing, even though they had technically. I argue their team is full of more technically gifted players than the Wales team are, right? So I do think that you're right. Tactics are parts of it. I also do think it's also about matchups and how one plays, and I don't necessarily think it's. I mean, case in point, Portugal. Last time they won the Euros, I don't think they were necessarily the best technically gifted
Yeah,
side.
but they had a crap team.
Yeah,
They had a
yeah,
crap-
yeah.
Yeah, they had a garbage
From,
team.
yeah, but
It-
from England, I expect more with the talent you have, and even have you even been good before the Euros?
That's
Like
the
friendly
thing, you know.
games.
That's the thing. The
I
talent
haven't
pool
been
that you have
fretted
is
by
so
England.
insane.
But
It's just
question.
you have to. If you seriously call yourself such a rich footballing country, I expect way more. I'm sorry. This is only coming with the
But
privilege
that's their
these
fans, bro.
people
That's their
put
fans.
their team at.
What would you say is the minimum? What do you think is the minimum? Because obviously the dude did take these guys to a World Cup last time. So what would be the minimum expectation for England for this tournament?
Win it.
It
Win
depends
it.
on who they play. Because if they lose the round of 16 to Portugal in a close game, I'm not gonna say they flopped because Portugal is still a good team. You know what I mean? Like,
Wait, the round of 16 is against the second team in
yeah,
the group of death.
yeah. So they'll be playing. They might play.
Oh my
I
Portugal.
mean, they would play Germany, man.
Yeah,
and they would lose.
Yeah, like if they lose like a close game, I won't say they flopped, but if they get beat bad, yeah, then you can say yeah. Like,
Imagine if they play.
But if Southgate put a brickish lineup and they lose, then I would blame it on him.
Yeah, you put him on Southgate because
But you
honestly,
know,
they can beat Germany.
even being beaten very badly could like deserve some context because they could be outclassed, you know, absolutely dominated, and the scoreline could still be 1-0. But we need to be here to decipher that.
What
I am not
happens?
going to be
What
handing out
happens if? What happens if
just
he?
compliments.
What happens if he puts out a British team and wins the tournament though?
Mhm.
Then what happens?
That'd be crazy.
Look,
That'd
Red
be
Devil, I'll
crazy.
tell you right now that there's a higher chance that France won't even concede a single goal in this tournament than that happens. I
Okay.
can guarantee
Guys,
you that.
you know,
Make sure you're gonna write that. What time was that said? Was it 55
Do we have
minutes?
Gas Talk here?
50. I'm gonna have to step in his seat. So like Eddie Mo's in the chat as well. Mo's in the chat as well. So just that's
but
50.
I have a question.
Go on before we move on.
So if so, basically, if England finished first, they're gonna play the second team, right? The second place team.
Third.
It's second or third. I think it depends on. Does it not depend on the
It's the second. It's the second. It's the second.
Is it definitely a second?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 2F. It's 2F.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
the third
okay.
depends. It's not
So,
like from a group. They would,
my question is,
it's
what
best first, they
team-
would play.
What team do England would not want to play?
France.
Any of
France
them.
or Germany.
Well,
Any of
looking
them.
at it, France are probably going to top it, so it should be fine. Germany.
I mean, to be fair, Germany played well against France.
Yeah, but I would
Yeah.
say England.
Germany are better than
that's not
Portugal.
certain though.
Portugal are very overhyped.
Yes,
I mean,
the thing is
I
that
think England-
Portugal can win every game.
We'll
they
talk
won't,
about
they won't.
we'll talk about Germany in a second because I think for me one of the things with Germany that I took away from that game is that while they did play well, it was painfully obvious that they didn't have anyone really clinical up front.
They need Werner. They needed
So
to start with Werner. They
Turbo
needed
Timo.
Werner.
Turbo Timo.
I'm telling you, man.
Well-
Give Turbo Timo.
Offensive fullback makes a good point. I just want to fast forward on to the next topic actually because this guy I honestly I'm very very surprised. I called this guy a brick. I insulted him. The 7 losses to Crystal Palace. He just
Continue insulting him, bro. He almost bottled it, man.
he did. That is true. He did almost.
It, bro.
He Ukraine equalized 2-2 and then but to be honest, it was the most entertaining game of match day 1.
Mhm.
I can't
Yeah, no, but he
Without a
doesn't,
doubt.
but he doesn't
That's
want
not a
to
good
make
thing.
it
That's not a good
entertaining. You know, he doesn't like it being entertaining. That wasn't the point. The point was him to finish the game properly. So it being entertaining doesn't give him any plus points, you know.
Is
Hey,
he
Red
is
Devil,
go on, yeah.
can you please do us all a favor and recreate the most iconic press conference we've probably ever seen in our lives about regarding Marcus Rashford, the worst manager in the history
Yes.
of the Premier League. Frank de Boer, 7 matches, 7 defeats, 0 goals. But apparently Marcus Rashford would be better at Crystal Palace than under me and Manchester United.
he I mean he is Frank de Brick. And I was prepared to make a video on him when Ukraine had held on, but because of their brick goalkeeper and Shevchenko, who is massively overhyped as a Manchester City right back or left back in this place, sorry.
Zinchenko, yeah.
But they got it, and it was an entertaining. So I guess based, I think it's Montada. Are you there, man?
I think he's coming soon. He said,
Still waiting.
Yeah,
Okay,
give me 10 minutes, bro.
okay. Are Netherlands now in the mix? You know, well, I mean, I think people dismissed them. I dismissed them because of this guy. But are they now? Should we now be taking the Dutch more seriously?
As what, to get out the group or?
I mean, a bit more than that, Jimra, but like, I mean, I guess we could start there, you know?
Yeah, he's
So,
keeping it
Who's
real,
in
you
that
know.
group?
He's keeping it real.
who's in their group? Let me
Ukraine.
double check. Yeah, Ukraine. Are they in
Is it
Austria's group, is it?
Well, Austria is going to be a tough game, man.
Yeah, I think they're in
Austria-
Austria's group, isn't it?
No,
Yeah, Austria, Holland is going to be a tough game
Austria,
tomorrow.
North
they'll beat
Macedonia. I
Austria
think.
because
And North Macedonia, yeah.
they'll beat
No,
Austria.
but Holland is a
Holland-
good team, man. Holland is a
Holland
good team. I think Frankie de Jong, he was good. I always rated him. Frankie de
Don't
Jong.
say
I
that.
think
Don't say that too loud with Montana in here, bro.
Oh,
Oh,
Frankie
bro.
Ding Dong?
Oh,
Oh,
de
okay.
Jong, I love that guy. I think he's the
Yeah.
closest thing we have to Verratti. He's a very
He's
talented
the reason,
player.
bro. He's the reason why you bought Wijnaldum. You wanted to get revenge for what we did.
True.
I thought the reason why
I
PSG was
thought Valjean was also good, to be honest. Like he was very technical. He got to play forward.
Oh,
Depay,
wait, Armadillo, that's a good question. Obviously, Genie did have a very good game. Do you think that he could replicate some of that form at PSG under Pochettino?
like I have said before, I think Klopp destroys midfielders like Thiago Alcantara because he uses the midfielders differently. He uses them as people that work for him. Like Genie under PSG, he will be having the ball more. We need to rely on his technical abilities. So I think Genie, he's very important for this Netherlands team. De Jong is very, very important. Like he's the guy who takes the ball from the midfield comfortably and take it to attack. So De Jong is important. They will have De Ligt back, I think, the next game. So that's a big
Yeah,
bonus.
for
Even
sure.
though I think De Ligt is a brick, but
I
he
do
will be
too.
back.
But yeah.
Unreal, bro.
Depay, I don't know. He was good, but in some situations he should have maybe paused or made another decision. I don't know. I think he was okay that game, but other than that, I think they have a good team, but then they have good backups. That's the problem. Like when they took out Depay, they have the old De Jong. Which team does he play for? Does it still play for Ajax now?
Sevilla.
The striker. Does it still? Oh, it's Sevilla.
Yeah, Sevilla. Yeah.
Yeah, but like for me, they don't have good players on the bench, in my opinion. That's the big problem they have. And Van Dijk is a big miss, of course.
Of course it is, yeah.
So yeah, but I think they have a good team, but I don't think they can compete with the big dogs.
So how? I mean, I'll see if I can get the tournament pathway maker because that would be really helpful in terms of plotting the Dutch's path. But how far do you see the Dutch going into this tournament?
It depends who they play. If I'm being honest, like if they play against a second, like a group with the shit second team, they probably will go through. But I think quarterfinals
Finals
will be.
Does anyone have like is there like a website where you can find those pathway generators, like how you
Yeah, you got to look up Euros predictor.
Euros predictor? Maybe I'll use that. But yeah, does anyone else?
Red Devils.
Join
Can
in?
we use the same logic of Netherlands towards England as well? Like the same exact logic. Man. Come on.
You can't do
This
that, man.
Netherlands team is playing so well despite having a shite manager. Now England are playing brick house football with a shite manager, despite having one of the best teams in the world. Like, come on, man. Netherlands are playing such entertaining football, regardless of who is managing this team, man.
I mean, they did almost bottle it.
Yeah, that's the thing I forgot to say.
But
that was
hindsight.
embarrassing.
England was
hindsight,
never
man.
really in any like. Yes, they played crap football, but were England really in any real danger to losing that Croatia game?
Yeah, England
Not really.
I was
You
about
never
to
know.
say.
You know, 1-0 is always a scary.
True, but in the context of the game, you never felt there was going to. Whereas in the Netherlands-Ukraine game, you're kind of like, yeah, if Ukraine had been a bit more clinical, and if they. Because let's be honest, at least I would argue, at least two of the Netherlands goals were due to terrible mistakes from the Ukrainian keeper.
Yeah.
The keeper should have done better with both of the goals, but
I agree with you, bro. Because I think I forgot to say was Holland, in my opinion, don't have identity in the way like some teams like Germany, if they go up, they will still try to smash you. Italy, when they go up, they are so solid in the defense. You're very comfortable with their lead. Holland, it felt like they dropped the pace, or they didn't care as much, or didn't have a game plan. I don't know how to explain it, but that was, they can't concede 2 goals like that. Even though one of them was a wonder goal, the Yarmolenko goal. They shouldn't concede 2 goals, and possibly the outcome could be a draw. So for me, they need to decide: should we continue the way we play, attack, or should we play much more defensively? It was a bit weird, and that I put on the manager, if I'm being honest.
Fair.
Yeah, that's a good point to be taken, because if we're being real honest, like majority of these games don't have many goals in them. Like I'm talking about the whole Euros in general. A lot of teams are coming in with a pragmatic approach. Defend to the wall, just wait for one opportunity to come. It will come. So the fact that the Netherlands were so easily able to concede like 2 goals, if not 3, if it wasn't for a little luck to be on Ukraine's side, it did not look that impressive.
So so quickly looking at it. So if Netherlands somehow managed to come first this group, so I think they're in Group C, if I'm correct. In fact, I'll do for the link. They will face either third place in D, E, or F, depending on the rank. So basically, that is so D, E, or F. So anyone from Scotland, England, Croatia, or Czech Republic who's finished for third in that group. So that could probably be. I mean, that could be Croatia. It could be the Czech Republic, and then Spain, Poland, Sweden, Slovakia's group, or or Group F. So that's the Portugal, France, Germany. Wait, Hungary group? Okay.
Oof.
The death group. So they could. So
they need Germany or France.
Yeah, they better pray they don't get that group.
That's very complicated, man.
Imagine Mbappe against that defense.
The whole third place thing has really made this a lot. If they didn't have the third place, it'd be a lot easier to predict. Like Group
But
A,
what are they gonna have a draw for? Like when they have 3 different ones, yeah. Like how are they gonna choose which one?
No, I think it depends on the numbers. It depends on like how many points you accumulate within your group.
Yeah, I know, but no. But I'm saying like when it's written here, like 1C versus either 3D, 3F, 3E. Like, how will they choose which one of those?
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. So, like, whoever accumulates the most points, even from then, because you're trying to figure out who the best third place team is, right? Because third place teams could still have different number like accumulated, but they still somehow made it to third place.
Anyone else have any input for Frank the Brick?
Yeah. To be honest, this guy is as lucky as Southgate, bro. And if you see that team, right, the Dutch team, by the way, Ding Dong actually showed up. I'm impressed. Like after a really long time. After a long time, when was the last time you showed up?
I told you.
Yeah, like 80 mils and showing up after 2.5, 3 years. I mean, anyways.
Yeah, finally one good performance.
Yeah. And
but they can't even stop for his country.
And Genie Wijnaldum finally, what a goal! By the way, that's a stunner. Huh? Could be goal of the season. By the way.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
And man, did you saw how weak they were on the counter attack? Because Ukraine actually realized the flank. Let's beat them on the flank, and they did it. They did it ultimately. It was like very fluky ass goal. Can't remember the player name who scored from the winning goal from Dutch team. To be honest, this game deserves 2-2. Like Holland doesn't deserve, Netherlands doesn't deserve to get those 3 points, but they got it. And low-key,
it was Dumfries.
Dumfries. Dumfries, bro. Yeah.
Wait, is it Dumfries or Dumfries?
I think it's Dumfries.
We fucking pronounce as it is written there, so we will pronounce it as a Dumfries. Huh? I don't care, bro. It's a Dumfries or whatever.
It is.
Go
on. Okay, yeah.
Go on.
Yeah. So with regards to that, man, I think so. That's a very fluky ass goal, man. And somehow they came back. Frank de Boer asked, but just imagine, bro, a manager getting sacked after the first game in Euros itself, bro. No, bro, just look at the scenes, bro.
Yeah, it would have been. It would have been. But that's what I'm saying. You know,
Wait, can that happen?
Credit.
Can that happen?
Yeah, I think so. Why not?
I'm sure
Like,
it's happened before.
Second manager mid-tournament.
yeah. I mean, why not? Because this is a part of team. Like, if you want to suspend a player, you can. I guess so. I think there should be some rules. Come on. So, whatever thing is, man, bro. I mean, he did it, and he got a new lifeline to survive in the competition. I hope this team is good. This team is. When I mean good, is like this team is not at the level of France, Germany, Portugal, Italy, Netherlands. I mean, sorry, Italy, Spain. Even Spain was shit. Let's be honest, but like they're better than this team.
We're going to come to that, but
yeah. So overall, I think they're not better than England. Definitely, they're not better than England. But yeah, man. I mean, they don't deserve it, but yeah, they got it ultimately. This is a results business, and you win like that. I mean, somehow to get the 3 points. And can they beat the big teams? I don't believe this team will. This team is full of vibes FC, man. So it's like I don't trust this team.
Didn't they get smashed by Turkey before?
Who? Yeah, they were.
How much?
3-1, something like that. 3-1 or 3-2.
4-2.
Hey, Red Devil. You know, with the logic that we gave Gareth Southgate, right? We should be giving Frank de Boer the same props, you know? In 7 matches and 7 defeats, he scored 0 goals. At least he scored 3. Oh my goodness!
I mean, he did concede 2, and they were sort of like they were.
It was almost embarrassing, man.
I think it wasn't 0. You know? At least it wasn't 0.
But in all honesty, right? Who's better manager? It's a question for all of you guys. Frank de Boer or Southgate? I'll take Southgate, man.
Oof.
It's a hard comparison. It's a hard comparison.
I mean, it depends on what you like. At the end of the day, like whatever you say about Southgate, I know they don't play the football. They don't tend to concede that many goals. Like England have never really been thrashed by a team under Southgate. So defensively, they're generally tight. So they are difficult to beat. Even though people say England's defense is bad, they rarely concede more than 1 or 2 goals. Whereas with the ball, you could potentially get a lubrication if you're not careful.
but Southgate is a defensive manager.
Yeah,
he's a defense. That's why sometimes they play with 3 at the back, or he picks what's his name? Ben Davies?
Ben White.
Ben White instead of Ward-Prowse or another midfielder. He's a very defensive manager.
Yeah,
but
it depends on your poison. Like if you would prefer like attacking outright but conceding, 3 or something. I think in the context of a tournament, usually the teams that tend to have the more organized defense tend to do better in the long run than the teams that can potentially.
Pragmatism, I understand. Pragmatism is always better in this kind of competition than open style play football, which I totally agree with you. Yeah, that's why Southgate looks better in that way. But for me,
he's a good manager though. On top,
who Southgate?
I think so. Like with the players,
bro. When he started Kieran Trippier as a left back, let's be honest.
But that's more tactically. I'm talking about the man management with the players. I think it's pretty good at that.
I mean, really,
is it great man management?
I mean,
I haven't
seen Sancho out of the
when you're
team,
phasing out one of the best wingers in the world and not putting him in the squad.
That's more tactically. I'm talking about the group as a collective. I think they're more tight with each other now than the 2014 England or
I think Southgate's done a good job, honestly.
Not a good job, but he's a good manager.
Chimmer, you call it good job? I mean, the standards have declined. Then your guys' standards have declined.
Montaha,
got to a semi with England in a World Cup.
Oh, please! I don't want to go there, man. Bro, let's be honest. With Colombia, without James Rodriguez, you struggle to beat Colombia. It's not that easy, bro.
I mean, those are teams that are losing to in the past. The Colombias, the Icelands, team like that.
I mean, yeah, you lost to Iceland as well. Yeah, I know. No, I mean, in 2016 Euros.
You're not seeing the bigger picture here.
Yep.
No England Euros manager in their history has never won the first game in the Euros. We have to compliment progress. It's not bringing in trophies at the end of the day, but it's progress.
Bro, you beat Croatia full of grandpas.
Hold on. Wait.
You beat Croatia full of grandpas. How can you expect Southgate to get that much of props, man?
Let me just say this right now. England only has a World Cup to their name, and that was in like the 60s, right? let's be honest. England had a lot of brick managers, so I mean,
Oh,
can
sorry.
we really criticize?
Going to drop yesterday. Josh Jones has a comment which I'm sure will cause a lot of controversy, or maybe it might not be. Mbappe is best in CR7 in 2021. Agree. I think it's official now. He's top 3 and top 5 indefinitely.
What?
The same
This was obvious
CR7?
like
Let's
I
go 2
years
agree
ago.
goals.
with the first
3 years
sentence.
ago, 3
I
years
agree
ago.
with the first sentence.
So is there a general consensus on the panel that Mbappe is best in CR7?
He's
in
more.
No, it's not.
I'll let Muntaha take care of this.
No,
This
no,
has
no.
been
I'll-
this has
I'll-
been
I'll
obvious
make
for
the
a
point.
long
I'll
time.
make the point.
What's
Say
up?
his
I know
all-round
I'm
Okay,
getting it.
okay,
Hold on,
okay,
hold on.
okay. First, hold on. Okay, so Ahmed first, and then Muntaha, then Yasir. So Ahmed, you go first.
I just said this has been obvious for a long time. I don't know. Can we
I'm
compare
respect.
CR7's year with Mbappe's year?
Respect.
Mbappe's had one of his best seasons, showing up in the CL. So Ronaldo has one of the worst performances in the Champions League history against Porto. So I don't think you can compare those 2 seasons, man. Mbappe has been on another level, but that's because Ronaldo is like 36 years old. So it isn't
Yep.
surprisingly.
Fair. Muntaha?
Yeah, man. Look, if you're talking about this season point of easy Mbappe, but if you're talking about GOAT Naldo, man, okay, we're talking about GOAT Naldo. Mbappe has long journey to go through, man. Okay, so right now the season, yes, easily Mbappe is better than Ronaldo. Mbappe is easily top 3, top 2 for best footballer in the world. Actually, he was the best player for PSG this season. I mean, if you see, not Neymar. Neymar was inconsistent. He played one game against United here and there, and they got it. Like, you know, he wasn't that good as well. Neymar, if I see. So overall, Mbappe was the best player for PSG as well. So I mean, he deserved to be there, better than CR7. But we cannot shit CR7. Who knows, man? Who knows? The season is like full of surprises. Who knows? Portugal might do something. France, like I don't trust France. Like I love France, and I'm rooting for France to win this, but I don't trust France fully as well. So yeah, man, Mbappe is better, but Ronaldo's next level, man. But this season, yeah, Mbappe is better.
Yasir, I think you had a point.
I don't know what Mutaha and Ahmed are talking about. Ain't no way in 2021 Mbappe is better than Ronaldo. How? How? What? At when? Where? Like no.
42 goals and 12 assists, I guess, Mbappe this season.
That's playing for PSG.
6 goals in Champions League.
In League 1 with
6
no
goals in Champions League, hat trick against Barcelona, 2 goals against the best team in the world, Bayern Munich, away.
But we're talking about semifinals and quarterfinals and the final.
Okay,
loss.
what did Ronaldo do?
That's what we're praising right now, right? We're praising the fact that he scored.
Come on, man, bro.
Is that what we're praising right now?
Yasir, man. Yasir, be objective, man. I'm bigger Ronaldo fan than you, man. But let's be honest, man. This season, how can you compare Ronaldo and Mbappe, man? Let's be honest.
Yasir is a hater. He's a hater. He says Rashford is better than Mbappe, man.
Oh my God, Yasir, I know you're not serious, man. I know you're not serious, bro.
Okay.
But anyways, but all I'm gonna say is,
Yasir.
In this group, they're in the same group, and Ronaldo is outshining Mbappe in the same group.
Against Hungary, bro.
That's all I'm gonna say, bro. The guy has 2 goals.
Ronaldo was shit for the whole game, and he's stat padded
and
in
he
the end.
still scored 2 goals. Look, you know, look.
Come on.
Do you hear what you're saying?
We'll get to that, Yasir. We'll get to that. We will get to that. But before we get to that,
Yasir agenda merchant, bro. Hater, bro. Yasir still believe Rashford is better than Mbappe, bro. I can't believe it, bro.
Understand, bro. Southgate is a brick. So bro, if Rashford was playing, if you replaced Mbappe with Rashford against that,
bro, how? But we have to talk about how good is Rashford.
He would have had a brace. He would have had a brace.
RD, yeah. We have to talk about how good is Rashford. You can make it into the English.
He's better than Mbappe. That's all I care about.
We will come to that. Like we will come to that, but maybe on the stream. But I want to put Rashford to one side. But I do want to focus on this game that everyone can see, which was only just because, well, people tell me that Spain were the favorites to win the Euros. They were certainly one of the big favorites. I was getting a lot of hype for the Spanish side. And honestly, it was quite a lackluster performance from Spain. They don't seem to have anyone who can break down or who can make creative passes. to break down like stubborn resistance defenses. And to be honest, Morata is a brick who always seems to find himself offside. So, I mean, just thoughts, guys. Like, are Spain going to do anything in this tournament with what you saw against Sweden?
Should I talk about this?
Yeah, go on, Matar.
Yeah. When I saw the selection of this guy, I just simply don't want to comment on that because you can clearly see, you know, Catalonia and Cooley agenda were there.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
Well,
I know what you will say, man.
No. Trust me. But you know what? I'm being objective, and I'll talk basis on, like, you know, meritocracy, right? The lineup he selected for this game. I understand why you play Alba because I understand, okay, the way cutbacks he offers, and the directness, you know. So it's easily understandable. How dare you to play 18 years old Pedri to start this game, bro? It should be Thiago Alcantara as a DM, okay, and then you have two box to box because you know that how the opposition is going to set up against you.
Did you watch the game? Did you watch the game? Did you watch the game?
Yeah. I watched the game, and you know what? I'll educate you.
The game and tell me
I'll educate you.
Over Thiago was a bad.
Oh my god!
Let Matar finish up.
Thiago was shit.
Yeah. Abdul, I'll come to you. Let Matar just finish.
Whoa, a lot of animosity towards Thiago, I see.
Matar, go on.
Okay, thank you. None of you guys have watched how good was Oyarzabal this season. He's the most technical and cutting-edge player in the Spanish team, and I've been saying this from the start of this competition, even before the lineup was selected. Oyarzabal is the best dribbler in this team. Oyarzabal is the best shooter in this team. Oyarzabal is the most creative attacking outlet in this team. You benched Oyarzabal for Dani Olmo. And you brought on Sarabia in the second half, where he had disaster class of performances for you in the friendly, and he was ass for PSG. Literally ass for PSG. Thirdly, you kept Morata and you didn't brought up Gerard Moreno until 78th minute. What kind of lineup was that? You didn't start in Fabian Ruiz, who was one of the best attacking outlet from AM and the best ball retention from the midfield in the Spanish team. And you started Pedri, 18 years old. 18 years old. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm saying you could have brought him from bench. But look at Fabian Ruiz delivery, cutting edge passes, you know, through balls, link up play. I mean, he was being one of the best midfielders for Spain. You started Koke, fair shout. You're playing Marcos Llorente as a right back, where you're not using him to his best potential of his pace, his acceleration, his shooting. You're not at all using him. You're using him as a dummy wing back, as a right back. And lastly, I'm just saying Spain was very lucky in this game, that Laporte was lucky that, you know, the ball hit the bar and somehow Llorente blocked the shot. You know what? I mean, otherwise Spain 1-0 down. Isak would have easily scored that goal. Lastly, the Berg guy, bro, he missed open tapping. Morata missed open tappings. Bro, Morata has oh my God, that was a game-winning goal. That's just a simple placement, my friend. Simple placement. You put Gerard Moreno there, he's finishing that game. He's killing the game. And I remember on 88th minute, you get the chance from Pablo Sarabia. Look, he's giving pass to goalkeeper, to the opposition goal. What the fuck? Take shot. Why are you trying to control the first touch? I mean, I'm sorry, man. You have been portrayed as a revolutionary guy for the Spanish team, right? What do you have brought in the Spanish team? Bro, you had 85% of possession, highest in the European history, in Euros history, right? And what you did with that? Bro, you have like 12 shots and everything. I mean, for me, look, you have to be honest and objective. This guy was good for Spain in the Euros qualification or World Cup qualification, all this thingy. But I think so his biases are too much towards certain players. You can clearly see favoritism. You didn't call Iago Aspas. How dare you not to call Iago Aspas for this game? How dare you? So, and you didn't call Iñaki Williams as well. You're calling Morata the dumbass guy who's not even shittiest player, and you didn't call Iñaki Williams, who's been very good when it comes to even one-on-one finishes compared to Morata. And then, oh my God, Ferran Torres was disappointing for me. You have been known as for one of the best crosses in this team from the right flank. You have been playing in Valencia as a right midfielder role to just to spam crosses, right? What happened to you in this game? You were disappointing to me as well. So in the grand scheme of totality, very upsetting result, disappointing result. And I'm telling you, if Spain doesn't improve their chances, so it finishes their chances, I don't think they will be the big trouble, my friend. They have to win the next game against Poland. Now you're playing the worst team of this Euros, Poland now. You're playing the worst team of this Euros, Poland. I hope you finish your chances over there now. Otherwise, you'll be in the big trouble. That's my thinking. Go ahead.
Fair. Okay, Abdul, obviously responds. Obviously, have things to say. So, Abdul, what are your thoughts?
No, it's not really a response, to be fair. I mean, the game was a perfect example of the fact that had they taken their chances, no one would be commenting on their performance because it was dominant, controlling. They did create chances. It's not because they had no creativity. They created amazing chances. They just didn't take their chances. And yes, I agree. Like he's part of the reason why they didn't take their chances, because he's starting a fraud. He is starting a fraud that keeps getting chances, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think I also understand why he, like Morata, he did also do some good stuff. Like he pressed well, his ball recoveries were well, but that's not his main. But that's not why he's playing in the team. You know, he has to be there to take the chances, and he didn't. The thing is, I heard on ESPN after the game, they were saying like the tiki-taka style of play is dead. You know, it doesn't work in football right now. Maybe 10 years ago it worked, not anymore. I disagree with that. I think tiki-taka it still works, but you gotta have the players for it. You've got to have the players for it. And Spain, they don't have the.
But sorry, I'll let you finish your point. But go on.
Yeah, Spain don't have the players to play tiki-taka. They don't have the players. They have young players. They don't have a good enough striker. They have to have a clinical striker, especially for a team that struggles to create chances. Like especially when you're playing a team that sits back all game. Yeah. When you get a chance, you have to take it. Simple as is, you know.
Well, that was my thing with tiki taka. I feel that what has killed tiki taka is the fact that is pragmatism. You know, two things: high pressing, and pragmatism. You know, so if you press high up the pitch and you continue to press, then you know you have to really be so comfortable in the ball.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying with Xavi and Iniesta. With Xavi and Iniesta, bro, they're comfortable on the ball. That's why it worked with Barca. That's why it worked for so many years. But that crop of players is really rare to come by. That's why some teams, they really tried to replicate the tiki-taka style of play, but they just couldn't because they didn't have the players to do so. Simple as is, and that's the problem with Luis Enrique. He's trying to implement the style that he doesn't have the players to do. And to be fair, it's sad because I do see glimpses in the team. You know, I think they played well. I was watching the whole game and I was not disappointed at all. The only thing that pissed me off is that they didn't take their chances. And to be fair, like other than the couple chances that Sweden created, like they didn't have any other. Like it was like one or two chances all game, which is pretty good for the defense. So for me, all around positive. All around positive, but they need to take their chances. Like for me, they like I don't know. I think they're gonna play the same way against Poland because that's how they practice. You know, they're not gonna change their whole style of play just because of one game. But he needs to start Gerard Moreno because you know he's had too many chances. Morata, like you saw against Portugal in the friendly, like the exact same thing that like people need to realize it's not gonna change. Like the guy is a brick. It's not going to change.
That's true.
I think this is a good comment. Without the ball, Spain was great. The pressing was excellent. With the ball, little creativity, and I think for me that's something that I saw. Irrespective of the tiki-taka style, something, just creativity with the ball. Like incisive passes. You know, so diagonals, all the rest of it. I didn't see that from the Spanish side. Like, and at one
But it's
they
also, but the thing is, it's also tough to be creative when you're playing against such a defensive side.
true.
You know what's funny is Abdul, you know what's funny is
You mind
know
if
what's funny is no.
Yes.
One second, I'll just quickly.
Let me ask you one second.
Yeah. You know the problem is if that goal would have went in for Sweden, you can see Spain crumbling.
Yes.
Because we have seen many times that Spain play very good, keep the ball, but okay, there's very few penetration with the ball. With the ball, penetration is very less. And if you see back in those days in 2010, when Spain used to be on the top of the footballing world, and in 2008 as well, 2012 as well, the key difference is there was a penetration from Iniesta, David Silva, David Villa, and there is no penetration.
Yes.
There is no penetration from the Spanish team, and the guy who's the best penetrator for your team, you bench him just for your favoritism for Dani Olmo, who can just play more.
No, guys. Watching this game, for me, it all came down to a single moment, because in a way, I felt Spain was dominant in this game, but in the same way, I feel like Sweden dictated the game as well. So what I mean by that is because I feel like especially in the first half, there's a single moment that really defined the game for me, and it was a mistake by Sweden. The ball lands to Morata. He's in front of the goal, and he misses the goal. So for me, that's the moment that sums up the game for me. In the first half, I feel like they had better cutting edge. The cutting edge that Muntaha talked about, that happened in the first half. In the second half, Sweden dictated the play. Sweden allowed Spain to have the ball, and Spain, they felt comfortable with the ball. And what they started to do is they start keeping the ball for keeping the ball's sake. They literally, Spain, without knowing, they fell into a false sense of comfortability, to the point that they literally wasted the game. They didn't play the game anymore. They literally played a different game. You could basically take the ball for the nets from each side and literally put it away, and the game wouldn't have changed, because there was no way that Spain was going to score in that game. There was no way. Like, if Spain would have scored that goal, it would have been a fluky goal, or it would have been a penalty, because I didn't see them scoring. Do I agree with Muntaha that he should have started Gerard Moreno? Yes. But then at the same time, it's like, it's Luis Enrique. He has his favorites. Like Southgate has his favorite. Like De Boer has favorite. Every manager has his favorite. Like Deschamps have his favorites. Playing Rabiot. Every manager has his favorite. And he likes Morata for some reason. He likes Dani Olmo for some reason. And I look at the Spain team, and it's like a wannabe, like, old school Barcelona team, an old school Spain team. And Abdul said it correctly. You don't have the players, for God's sakes. Like, it seemed like Luis Enrique took Barcelona's problems and brought it to Spain, where Barcelona they want to play the tiki-taka style. They want to play the Barcelona identity, which will be interesting, because I was just thinking the perfect manager for this squad is Ernesto Valverde. He's the perfect manager for this team.
Relax, bro. Relax.
No. The reason why I say that,
actually, I agree with Yassi on that.
Okay.
I agree.
The reason why I say that is because Ernesto Valverde doesn't care about playing the Barcelona style. He doesn't care about playing tiki-taka. He will implement a system where these players can play with. These players, they're not good enough to play tiki-taka. They're not good enough. That's a fact, guys.
But
They're
have
not
good technical players, man.
They're not Fabregas. They're not Busquets. Even though Busquets is still in the squad, these are not the same players. You cannot play the same way. And then let's be honest. Luis Enrique used to be a former Barcelona manager. He played with a midfield of Iniesta, with Busquets. That's what he was trying to implement in Spain. Now I feel like it's pointless. It's a waste of time, in my opinion. And I feel like,
well, Yasser Said, if they won the game 1-0 playing that way, would you have complained?
Yes.
But then here's the thing, Abdul.
Yes.
Here's the thing, Abdul. You make a great point. because I don't disagree to the fact that in spells of the game they were dominant, but it was like it got to the point where I have a brother that's 7 years old. Even he said, "Man, these guys are not going to score." If he could understand that, then you know what I mean. It's like at a point there was no point in the game where Luis Enrique said, "Guys," got into his team like, "Guys, let's change it up. Let's play quickly. Let's go direct." It never happened. They just played the same exact way. So I mean, I just don't see how this.
I want to quickly just read some of the stats, right, for Spain for Spain versus Sweden game, right? It's 0 goals, 0 goals.
I'll go after Montaja.
Thank you,
Yeah,
brother.
we should go afterwards, and then we need to move on. But go on.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just going through some of the stats, right? 0 goals for both teams. That's for sure.
Obviously, yeah.
17 shots to 4. 17 shots to 4, right? 5 shots just on target out of 17. Shot accuracy 29%. 29%. And shot inside the box. Shot inside the box 11. Bro, you're telling me from inside the box you're getting shot 11 and could score 1G? 1G? Bro, I'm sorry, man. You know what? You didn't take Saul. You need a player like Saul in this game who can run inside the box, who can ruffle inside the box, and you didn't even call him into that team, bro. I'm not worried about, okay, you didn't call any Madrid player. Fuck Madrid players. You didn't call the right players. You didn't call Iago Aspas. You didn't call ton of right players who should have played this game. And Spain could have won this game easily by 2-0 if you would have put in the right team. That's my point. Anyways, go ahead.
Bishop, man. Yeah, what was it? Last point.
Yeah, man. Well, everyone here has basically exhausted the tactics of the game, and you can really tell these guys know what they're talking about because they actually watch proper Spanish football, you know? So it's not really a surprise. But if you're being objective, that was one of the most spineless performances in an international tournament I've seen in a very long time. Because if you're calling that a dominant performance, that's shameful. Because if Alexander Isak buries his chance and doesn't get unlucky with the deflection, we're having a completely different conversation over here.
Yeah.
You know, you just have to be objective sometimes. And Spain, you guys are forgetting. Like, be more creative, like, have that cutting edge. But this was just ball retention, trying to be too cute, It's like Spain relies on, even when you have possession of the ball, you still need to work very hard. All the other players need to make runs in order to make space. It's not just about having possession, but it's like you hear Guardiola talking about it again. The space is there, you go exploit it. Space is there, you go exploit it. But I don't even want to go over the tactics, I just want to say politics will not win in football. Football will win in football. I'm not even trying to be, too redundant in that statement, but we've seen it. England, politics, man. Like, you have to get a quota. And just, Luis Enrique, how biased can you be? Clearly, even England is not even that biased because they loaded their team with Chelsea players. What did Chelsea do this season? They won the Champions League final. What did Real Madrid do this season? They made it to the semi-final of Champions League, man. How do you not take a single player from that team? That boggles my mind. You're clearly having an agenda right there. How do you not take Nacho Fernandez, who's looking like one of the most veteran center backs out here, on your team?
But I mean, the defense wasn't the problem, though.
No, but if Sweden buried those chances, like,
bro,
you're
then
telling
you
me
see
if
Emerick Laporte.
if you're telling me
Laporte was
Lewandowski
eating
got
grass.
that-
Okay, first of all, I don't want to listen about Emerick Laporte, and I don't want to listen about Rodri. Rodri's trash player, man, trash, bro. He's nowhere near to the quality of Busquets, man. Okay, no. We have to
Would you
talk this
start
thing.
Busquets in front of him, like the Busquets now?
Wait, Busquets, you know what? Have you seen Busquets in the friendlies? Bro, he was one of the best players for Spain in the friendlies. Okay, I know it's friendlies, of course.
I didn't watch the friendlies, I don't know.
Yeah, he's been great, bro. He's right. Busquets has been great recently.
Yeah,
but in Barcelona, I don't like him.
Wait. How dare you to not call Saul? How dare you to not call Saul is one of the best midfielders for Atletico this season? How dare you not to call Saul? How do you not call Hermoso? You call Eric Garcia, who's not even on the bench of Man City, man. I mean, this is, bro, you're telling me this is...
I didn't get that. But Eric Garcia, that didn't make sense to me. So.
Look,
I mean,
just
comment.
Just be objective,
That's
man.
weird, though.
So now, Ahmed, as a point, you need to head off. Oh yeah, go make your point on it.
Yeah, like I'm from Sweden, so I have to say I think we played shit in the first half because they just made us tired. We just ran around. We couldn't keep the ball. But in the second half, I think we had a good performance. And the thing we're missing is that we went into the game to draw or not to concede. And how I know that is when in the 60th or the 70th minute, we took off our best player, our best attacking player, clearly. The only guy who can make something happen. So the only reason we did that, and the manager said it before or after the game, was because he looked tired and he wanted people to run, people to defend. So we just had one tactic, and that was to defend. And in regards to Spain, and I think Sweden played good. So there's a fantastic result for Sweden, like 1 point against Spain. It's a fantastic result. And when we talk about Spain, I think Monta is being a bit harsh on Pedri. I think Pedri was Spain's best player, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, me too, bro. Me too.
Every time Pedri got the ball, he looked quick. He made good passes to Jordi Alba. Most of the chances came from the left-hand side. So I think Pedri was excellent.
And he's only 18, bro. He's only 18 as well.
Pedri was excellent. The only problem I have with Enrique, and is the same thing with Southgate, as I said before, is the selection. Like, I don't understand why Koke is playing when you have one of the best technical players in the world, Thiago Alcantara, and this was the best game for him to start the whole game.
Thank you.
Because Thiago would have the ball. Like, we had 85% possession.
Yeah, Thiago hasn't been playing well for Spain, though.
But bro, they had 85% possession.
He played better than
That's
Koke any day, bro. He played better than Koke.
Yeah, but to be fair, Koke had a decent game.
No, bro, Koke had a decent game.
No, he didn't.
No. He tried to put crosses. I'll tell you, he tried to deliver some crosses. Yeah. But that was very late in the game, like in 18 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
Monta is not about that. It's about matchups. When you have 85% of the possession and you have one of the best players on the ball, Thiago Alcantara, in the world, and you don't start him, bro.
You know what, Loki, who was the best player for Spain actually? When I see this game from first minute to the last minute, Jordi Alba.
Yeah, Jordi Alba was also excellent.
Jordi Alba was creating everything for Spain on the left side, bro.
Bro, if you look at Sweden's right wing, he was always marking Jordi Alba because he knew he was a dangerous all the time. And we can't forget Dejan Kulusevski didn't play this game as well. So imagine if we had him as well.
I was calling out for his name. He's a goal threat. He has goals.
My thing is right. I'm not saying like Spain will not make out of group. You will definitely make out of group. But once you meet the team who knows how to exploit the high line you played, Laporte was eating grass. Did you saw that the amount of time with this guy one-on-one defending of Laporte is oh my god, bro! One-on-one defending of Laporte is so sus, man. Oh my god, bro! You could have played Hermoso. Forget about fuck Real Madrid players. I'm saying you could have played Hermoso from Atletico Madrid. There. Bro, look at his defending on one-on-one compared to Laporte, man. And in Spain, when you play that kind of football, you have to be on your toes and you have to be very good, world-class when it comes to one-on-one. Bro,
isn't Pau Torres and Laporte both left-footed?
Both are
why is he so desperate to play both?
Is Nacho not in the team, in the squad?
No.
He's a versatile guy. I was surprised.
What's wrong with this guy?
Before you go, I want to get you quick views on this. Oh, sorry, who's speaking? Is that
Yeah. Can we just address? I know Montaha said it already, but can we just address Mikel Orizabal? Orizabal came in the game and completely changed it as soon as he was on. We all know the kind of great season he's had, man. But Real Sociedad is a direct rival of Barcelona. Do we not think that's like a certain agenda right there? No, I'm being serious. Clearly, Barcelona talents need to be glorified
bro.
in order to fit the agenda.
Sociedad isn't our biggest rival. Relax.
No, but
it's not biggest rival.
Nonetheless. Yeah. That's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is you're trying to glorify an 18-year-old who's barely who's barely playing any football at the biggest stage, man.
But he had the best game in the team, bro.
No, I know. I think Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba has the best game.
Yeah, Jordi Alba. But the thing is, I do agree. Like he does have bias. But the thing is, don't every manager have bias?
Yeah, they do.
Bro, but not to
Yeah,
this
but-
extent, bro. Because he
Yeah,
didn't
not to
tip-
this
yo,
extent.
Bro, I don't know why. Okay, let me bring this point. How the hell Iñaki Williams is not in this team and Pablo Sarabia is in this team? Bro, this is you know what the problem is? Some of you guys don't watch Spanish football, so you don't understand where I'm coming from. But
Exactly.
bro, Sarabia is so shit for PSG. I don't know even did he start a game for PSG or B team of PSG as well, bro? And you're playing him, bro, giving him playing time, but not to Iñaki Williams or even Traore, Adama Traore. Bring on Adama Traore.
To be fair,
Yeah,
Sarabia
that's
scored
true. Adama
against
Traore,
Real
you know
Madrid.
they commented.
Oh, that's like last 2 years
Yeah.
ago, bro. That's like 2 years ago.
The commentator said like Adama Traore would do good in this game because they need someone to run at the defense. You know.
Wait,
Bro,
did they pick
who?
Adama Traore?
Yeah,
No,
he was
he
bench.
didn't play them. He
Yeah.
didn't play them. He didn't play him. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But guys, we're gonna have to move on because there's just a lot going. And Ahmed, before you go, I just want your quick thoughts. Pretty much the last penultimate of match day, the first match day, France versus Germany, and how you felt Mbappe played in this game. Does this cement him as one of the best in the world, even though the goal was offside? What are your thoughts?
I saw Red Devil tweet like at halftime, "Where is Mbappe?" and all these things. I thought Mbappe was their best attacker. He was always when he had the ball. He was something about him. It was dangerous. Like you never know what will happen when Mbappe has the ball. And the way he just ran through Hummels, it shouldn't even be possible.
that's
man.
not-
It
that's
should be
not-
illegal.
That's not that. I mean, Hummels.
Bro, Benzema made a terrible touch. I thought the ball was going out. He made a terrible touch, and Mbappe just ran through Hummels, and Hummels was really lucky to get his toe on the ball, so it wasn't a penalty. But other than that, you know, the first goal he was like, it was too good of a goal. They shouldn't give him offside, like just because of the narratives, man. It was such a good goal. And the second one, I feel bad for Karim Benzema because it's his first game in the tournament after a while, and he get the goal to celebrate, and then it's ruled out. But I thought Mbappe was probably top 3 players in that game because he was always dangerous, and I was a bit worried because Germany played with the back 3, so I thought it would struggle, but they play with a high line as well, with Hummels at defense. So this game suited him very good. So I thought Mbappe was good. I thought Kimpembe had an excellent game. I thought Pogba was the man of the match. Some of those passes he made. We can't forget the first goal Mbappe got. I think it was a pass from Pogba.
Now,
as well.
pass from Pogba was beautiful.
Yeah, so Pogba was
You know what the
excellent,
funny
and
thing
Varane
is?
was excellent as well.
Mbappe, he only started coming into the game, you know, when the Germany they started to open up and leave more space. When they started pushing, you know, that's when he really came into the game.
Apple, are you basically saying that Mbappe is a pace merchant?
Completely, bro.
Come on,
100%.
Bro, did you see some of those skills he
To
made?
be fair, I'm a narrative merchant as well. You know, I hate Mbappe.
Abdul, he's a French.
Ever since he threatened, you know, Jordi Alba with killing him on the street. You know, ever since
He had the right to do it, man. You were losing 4-1. He had the right to do it.
Bro,
Ahmed.
who is he to tell one of our legends that he's gonna kill him on the streets when he sees him?
I mean,
Mbappe
Mbappe is a French Daniel James, so
Bro, he's a French frog, bro.
he's a French Daniel James.
Before I go,
Yeah, go on,
I
Ahmed.
just want to
I think so. Abdul is salty for the hat trick on camp now.
say that as well. But before I go, I just want to say Rabiot is a brick. I don't know why
Big
he's starting
time.
for France.
Big time.
Big brick. He's a snake for leaving PSG the way he did.
He was arguably the worst player in that game. I don't really understand.
You know what? You know who was the worst player?
I have to go, guys.
Actually,
Thank you for having me, brother.
both of these guys.
Have a good one,
Take care,
Ahmed.
bro. Take care, bro.
Take care, Ahmed. Take
You
care.
guys.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Please.
No problem.
Matar, you had a point, sorry.
Yeah, so I just want to continue what Ahmed said. You know, worst 2 players was actually both of them are like an odd man out scenario. There is Griezmann and what's his name? Rabiot.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? Does Griezmann have like 25 touches in this game? 25, 30 touches? And his number 10, he's playing attacking midfielder position, by the way. Right winger. Can't believe it, man. Like, oh my God, bro. Like, for me, without Mbappe, France, the way they played with Mbappe, sorry. I mean, look at the goal was ruled offside, huh? Look at how he cut inside. Like a Cristiano Ronaldo, prime Ronaldo.
I don't know, Mutaha.
Cut in, and then
If that was
you know,
Rashford, you know, it would have been offside. So.
Mantar, finish your point.
Yeah. Look at how he cut inside and then was waiting for Neuer, you know, to react, and the defenders to charge him, and then he just took a one flick. You know what I mean, with his side foot, or like with the side foot, and that was like finish in. Oh, unfairly disallowed. I mean, yeah, it was offside. I get that, but like world-class goal, man. That's how you can see talent. Do you say outside of his boot, he gave assist to, he created a chance for Rabiot. I don't know what game Abdul is watching. I think so. He needs to remove his Barcelona specs, which is wearing, I think so. So if you see that the outside of boot Trevella chance he created for Rabiot, and then Rabiot flipping hit the bar. Remember that? Who created Mbappe? Mbappe created that. Mbappe created a goal for Benzema again, offside. Unfortunately,
I don't know, Mutaha, man. If it was Rashford, he would have had a brace, but you know, it is what it is.
I mean, Rashford couldn't do against, like, you know, some small teams, bro. Forget about
it. Didn't play him. Safia didn't play him to like. Safia was a break.
Let me go to Abdullahi. I think Abdullahi has joined us. Abdullahi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I slept off, guys. My bad. I slept off.
Thanks for joining us, Abdullahi.
I went to work, so I was a little bit tired. I was like, let me take a nap, then I slept off completely. Completely. My Lord in heaven. I wanted to do it to me, then I slept off. Oh my God.
What do you think about it? What do you think about this France versus Germany game? Obviously, 1-0. Hummel's own goal. Mbappe doing what Mbappe does to cause problems. Do France look like the real deal?
I need to think about something first. I need to come to United first.
What?
Is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer the real man? Is he a good manager to coach Labiou Pogba? That's my question, because the Labiou Pogba I'm seeing in France is different than the Labiou Pogba I'm seeing in United. Because the Pogba I'm seeing in France, he wants to die on the pitch. The one I'm seeing in United is like freestyle. Inshallah, let me do my stuff. Let me just play whatever I want to play. The Labiou I'm seeing in France is totally different player. Because if you look at the Labiou in France, that guy he play like a world. If he can play like that every season, week in and week out, we need to have a conversation about the best thing in world football.
I think the big thing I'll say is that the big isn't, and Pogba actually mentioned this because he was asked this in an interview, and essentially, like, it comes down to this: at United, Pogba is asked to defend more. It's really simple. Was that you?
Burkham Meadows, this is here. How can I help you?
I think for me the problem is, if I think we see maybe because he has Golo Kante and maybe Rabiot beside him, he can do whatever he wants to do in France. Yeah. But I think overall, he knows his job as a player in France. He knows that I have someone that somebody holding midfielder behind me, so I don't have to defend much. Exactly. I have to do my job in the front.
He's the main box-to-box midfielder in the French team. Mm-hmm. When it comes to Manchester United, unfortunately, very often at times, especially if he plays, if Fred and McTominay. So if Fred and McTominay in the midfield, Pogba will often be played out on the left because we've been short there. Mm-hmm. But if Fred and McTominay are in the midfield, then Pogba is often having to play, because Bruno is the guy that goes forward. So Pogba is often having to play a more defensive role. Mm-hmm. So that is, I think, is the big issue with right now. I think ideally, what I would love at United would be if they got some like an Ndidi or Declan Rice, get Fred and McTominay, and then Pogba and Bruno can be free to do what they want, and maybe Pogba can go further. And then they don't have to worry about it because Declan Rice, for example, can hold the midfield, or indeed you can do whatever. But
you know that's never gonna happen though, because he has McTominay, it's his grandson, and Fred, it's his pastor. So
if we get a better DM to who mentioned
RDS. Can you have a different section for Pogba to discuss on this? Because I want to say something about Pogba, So first, you guys go ahead, and then I'll say it.
For sure. We'll put Pogba towards the end. So I've still got a few more things I want to talk about. So, namely, Ronaldo. So I guess, does anyone else have anything to say specifically about this game? Well, actually, we've been talking about Bayern. What about the Germans? Like, do people still think the Germans can do something in this tournament, or is something
Yeah,
missing?
I think they can. You know, to be fair.
Absolutely.
They played a good game, you know. They gave them a good game. The problem is they don't have a striker like a real number 9. Gnabry, he isn't number 9, you know. So they're gonna struggle. You can't win this short tournament playing like a full.
Abdul, but you're not touching the right guy actually. You know what? The guy who should be the biggest criticism in terms of attack for Germany, it's Chelsea, German Zidane.
Kai Havertz.
Why people not talking about that guy?
It's true.
That guy was ass. Let's be honest. Okay, the guy was ass. Didn't do anything. Didn't drop deep to receive ball.
Oh, bro, I don't say it because out of my respect to Abdullahi, you know.
No, but you have to respect truth, you know, and this talk.
Well, Abdullahi, if you watched the game, how did you think Kai Havertz did? If you're hearing us, Abdullahi. Or he must have gone. Okay, sorry. Go on.
Okay, now you can speak better. So it's
I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah.
I was saying you guys are abusing Kai Havertz. Easy on my guy. Easy.
Well, he didn't turn up though in this game.
Yeah, see, the problem is not only with the one that turn up. Him, Gnabry, and other guys can turn up.
No, Gnabry did. Do not even try to put the blame on Gnabry.
Okay, do Gnabry see one-on-one against the Glories?
Chelsea fans been doing this shit.
Yeah,
you know what you guys are doing
Abdullahi.
I like what Muta said. See, France national team, especially the defense, they have a phenomenal match yesterday, especially Raphael Varane. We need to give credit to him because he played so superb yesterday. So the reason for us not to see if a player play bad, I will criticize him. Yesterday it was off. I completely agree. It was off. It was not even only him. Other attacker didn't show up that I wanted them to show up that much. But Kalaba didn't really play that much. I think I need to put the blame on Giacomo Low. Why is he playing Joshua Kimmich as a right wing back instead of a midfield? What was going on? What's going on? Because you are playing as a right wing back. It's not kind of used to that play that kind of situation before. So why are you playing him there?
No, he played. Actually, I disagree with you guys. I totally disagree with you guys because Joshua Kimmich is like his best performance for Bayern Munich. If you see in last season,
he's a right back.
Right back, as a right back. Yeah. And when I see this game, right, Kai Havertz was the guy who's not creating anything with ball, without the ball. In fact, he should go and occupy the Lucas Hernandez on the flank because technically he was right forward. He was not moving. Not stretching the defense. Clearly, you can see he's not getting what's happening over here. I think so. He has never played this big of a game. You know what I mean? Okay, he played in Champions League final. That's City, because City is not like a team who will not give you space. But this is completely different team, and that's what I said. The quality of player, you know when you know the player is good when he plays good in tight spaces, and you can clearly see Kai Havertz struggle a lot, even with his touches. His touches was awful. He couldn't able to link up one-on-one with Muller. Like he couldn't able to combine with Gnabry.
I disagree. I completely agree with you. That's why I said when the player do bad.
Remember, 90 mils.
Yeah, when the player do bad,
I'm saying we have to be objective. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. When the player do bad, we have to criticize.
Because I've seen on Twitter Chelsea fans, are shitting on Gnabry, shitting on Muller,
in that match,
but they're not giving anything to Havertz.
It's only two players that will give a man of the match in that match. It's Labiu, Pogba, and Kylian Mbappe. For me, those two of them were just too good for that. That's why I keep asking my United fans that. What is the problem with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Labiu himself? Because Labiu I'm seeing different than Labiu I'm seeing in United. Maybe if a better manager comes in and coach Labiu maybe like player and coach like Zidane, a French.
Jose was there, and Jose put him on the bench for Fellaini, McTominay, and Matic.
But Abdullahi, the problem, I feel like with Pogba, I feel like people treat Pogba so differently.
Yeah, see, we can discuss at the end, bro, because you know what? I want to discuss
we will get to Pogba. I definitely want to talk about Pogba. Of course.
We'll get to Pogba because it's a few things. So I think first one was, does anyone? I think Shimmer, you mentioning a point. Do you have anything else to talk about this game or?
I mean, I think everybody's already covered. I mean,
Or
to be
200?
honest,
Okay, fine.
honest,
Okay.
Can I just say one thing about this game?
No,
Okay.
for sure. No, for sure.
Okay.
There's so much to cover in this game.
Okay.
No.
Last point you're in this game. We're going to move on.
I think a lot of people don't like this player for obvious reason, but I feel like I think New York and Low has to fit Timo Werner in this team because they don't have a striker, and I don't see anyone else playing as a striker for them. So they have to play, in my opinion, they have to play with two up top. They have to play either with Havertz and Werner, or like Werner or Muller, and have Muller or Havertz play off of Werner. That's the only way this team can actually score goals. Or else, this team will have a hard time scoring goals because there's no number 9 in this team. So, yeah.
Okay, fair. Right. I got to move on to this game. And I know technically it's one of the penultimate games, but we got to talk about this. We got to talk about Hungary versus Portugal. And we got to talk about.
Want to talk about good Naldo?
Well, no, I mean, go now though is I think it's a bit.
If that guy wins another hero this year, I don't want to hear this stupid good argument anymore. Please, if that guy wins that hero this year, it's over. It's completely over for Messi fanboy. If you're younger now, go hang your boot. Just hang your boot. Ronaldo wins it. Hang your boot. 2 years. I don't want to see social media. Messi is better than Ronaldo anymore. It's over.
Is that HH?
You're coming in with violence.
I'm serious. That's the truth. If Ronaldo wins the hero this year, it's over. It's over.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me just.
But it's not gonna happen, so let's not talk about it.
What we can talk about is that performance. I mean, even as a Manchester United fan, even I can probably say that, like, for most of that game, let's be real, Ronaldo didn't have the best game.
Not just Ronaldo, bro. Like the second half, they were invisible. Like Hungary were the ones looking more dangerous, bro. Like I had, the thing I do, I bet money on the team I don't want winning, so I put money on Portugal because I didn't want them to win. And the thing is, bro, I genuinely, when I'm watching that second half, like I was thinking, bro, is this really the team people have been hyping up, bro? This is Hungary. This is Hungary, man. Come on.
Obviously, they have that potentially disallowed goal.
Disallowed goal would have changed the whole game,
Yeah,
but the thing is, let's be fair. Like Portugal, they should have scored in that first half on that Ronaldo chance. That Bruno cross was amazing, and actually the XG for that chance was 0.8, very high. That should have been a goal. But yeah, to be fair,
can we talk about the fact that I saw a lot of criticism, even though Ronaldo of Portugal won, obviously Ronaldo, all stats, Bruno gone missing. But I didn't hear a lot of talk about Jota. I didn't hear a lot of talk about
Jota dropped the masterclass.
Where was the criticism to the likes of Jota, who's apparently world class according to Liverpool fans?
But bro, you need to understand.
He's arguably the best midfielder in the world according to City fans.
Red Devil, it's obvious why. It's because Bruno is held as a higher regard than Jota, bro. The hype train behind Bruno you can't compare it to Jota. That's why, like, when a player like the people expect more from Bruno. You know what I mean? Because
but then that still doesn't explain the Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva had one of the worst games. He was so bad, but the guy never gets talked about. And it's always everyone focused on Ronaldo and Bruno. And it's weird because Bruno actually provided chances.
Bro, everyone before the game was saying Bruno Ronaldo. That's why.
I
mean, I get your point, but
I think a good point is William Cabral and Danny Pereira, zero creativity. Fernando Santos has to play Ruben Neves or Renato Sanchez.
Renato Sanchez for me. Renato Sanchez, that's the key. Yep. That's the key for me.
Well.
But then Ronaldo does what Ronaldo does. He comes in.
And is this? I mean, I hate it because I know BD Core's in here. But I mean, is this? We say this sometimes, and we'll go to Copa America maybe later, where Argentina playing against Chile, and obviously Messi does come clutch with that free kick, but it still ends up in a draw. Is this again where you see the parallels where Ronaldo just he takes it on himself to try and do something, as opposed to maybe Messi who doesn't.
You know, the thing is, Red Devil. You look at, I watched the Chile game, and I've watched Messi play. Messi's footballing ability is out of this world.
Mhm.
But I feel like with Messi and with Ronaldo understands that, hey, this is what I am good at, this is what I'm best at, and this is what I'm gonna do. He understands that, hey, I'm a scorer, and that's what I'm here to do. I feel like with Messi at times he just tries to do everything, and then the reality is that when you try to do everything, you don't do enough of something. You do some of this, you still do some of that. But at the end of the day, I mean, he had a fantastic free kick, but then the amount of balls that he was putting in the box, the creativity that Messi was doing.
Well, bro, that's because you're judging him as a striker. Messi isn't a striker. Messi is responsible for playmaking. Ronaldo isn't expected to create chances. Ronaldo is expected to be at the end of crosses, at the end of chances. Messi is supposed to create the chances. That's the difference.
But Abdul, I get the point. I get that point. But then the reality is that the amount of things that Messi creates, you want Messi on the end of it. That's the thing. Like Messi creates stuff, and then a lot of the stuff he creates, absolutely phenomenal, but it's pointless. It's wasteful because the players that gets the ball at the crucial area, they don't finish. But
no one's gonna create it for him though. That's the problem.
But how can you say that's wasteful? That's still chance creation.
No. But then, what I mean by it's wasteful is like, for me, I'd rather have Messi say, you know what, guys, screw it, create for me. And Messi doesn't.
I know, but the difference is Argentina don't have a Bruno. They don't have a Bernardo Silva. They don't have a Jota, bro. I'm telling you, this Argentina team is shit, bro.
They've got a Di Maria and Aguero that can put away.
Aguero doesn't start. Di Maria's on the bench.
They have Lautaro Martinez. They have
Martinez, bro. Have you seen Martinez for Argentina?
They have Lasalso. I mean, like, guys. I mean, I just feel like a lot of times Messi creates his own problems. That's what I believe. I believe Messi creates his own problems.
I'll try not get into Ronaldo versus Messi because we could be here all day. So what I'll do is I try and steer it back now to obviously Portugal. I'll bet just got the 3 points. They're in the same group as Germany and France. I guess my question is, especially because we've reviewed both games, how do you guys see this group ending? Do you think they'll obviously Portugal are playing Germany next, if I'm correct? I think France are playing Hungary.
Yeah.
So how do you guys see this group ending? I assume that both Germany, Portugal, and France all going to go through regardless because they'll be the best third place team. But out of these three teams, which team do you see going furthest the most? Do you see Portugal? Well, let me get this question right. Do you see Portugal going quite far in this tournament? That's the question I'm trying to ask here.
Yes.
I feel like, in my opinion, the two best teams in the tournament right now for me is Portugal and France.
Wow. Portugal better than Italy.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what? The second best team I think is Belgium. Regardless, they didn't play with the best players, but I think it was Belgium.
So who's your best team?
France.
So it's 1 France, 2 Belgium, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, France won, Portugal 2.
But bro, did you see Portugal's performance in the first 80, bro?
But then Abdul, like, there's a theme in this Euros. The theme is that teams, if you're not clinical in this Euros, you're not going to win games. And one thing that Portugal showed was, yes, they didn't play well for 80 minutes, but then the last 10 minutes they were clinical. They scored 3 goals.
It was a deflected goal, relax.
I mean, at the end of the day, they put the ball in the back of the net. That's something you can't say for Spain. That's something that I mean, you look at Italy. Yes, Locatelli scored 2 goals today, but then the chances that Immobile missed, man, He misses a lot of chances.
But to be fair, you have to say the funny thing is, I think Spain played better against Sweden than Portugal did against Hungary. But Portugal won 3-0 and Sweden didn't win. That's the funny thing about football. I think Spain had a better performance against Sweden.
Because I feel like, but then I get your point, but then I feel like they just don't play the same. I feel like what Portugal plays is they play effective, what I call effective football. Their point is like we get the ball, we try to get the ball as quickly as possible to the front or third, and we're trying to score goals. And a lot of times that's not pretty. That doesn't work a lot. You know, it's very frustrating because you know you need players to actually like make great passes, and a lot of times you know that doesn't happen. You know, the passes come off.
It's a good thing. Question from offensive fullbacks. Yeah, we've got to move on. Just got a few things to wrap up. So it's moving past the 2 hour.
By the way, RDS, we have to discuss about the GOAT Ramos as well leaving. You know, and which club he'll join.
We'll come. I think we'll come to that.
This stream is gonna be 5 hours long.
Yes. I'm thinking I might have to do another live show this weekend. I think maybe just discussing. Yeah, maybe some transfer talk show or something like that with all the stuff that's going around. But yeah,
Varane staying as well. You have to discuss
which
Varane staying.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is it on Twitter that he's signing a new contract? Is that
about to sign new contract and Ramos might join PSG? I'm hearing.
Fine. So I heard either PSG or London.
You know, it's funny because people are calling Barca like free transfer FC, yeah. But PSG, they're about to complete third free transfer.
That's true.
Wijnaldum, and Donnarumma, and now also
Mutaha. What I heard this thing on Twitter that said that Ramos might go to Man City. Would that ever happen?
Possible. I mean, that was like 2 weeks ago.
But why would he go to City's bench though?
But will he play for Pep? Will he play for Pep Guardiola?
I mean, Ramos is the best defender what Pep wants, bro. Like everything, great on the ball, everything.
Bro, if I was a Real Madrid legend, I would never play for that bald frog. No way.
But the thing is, I'm hearing PSG is offering him 500,000 euros, something like that. I mean.
Yeah,
so that's like loads of money, man. 500,000 euros, a 2 years, 3 years contract, something like that.
Quick question, because we're gonna have to move on. So, like, everyone just make a quick point on this. Germany versus Portugal. Who wins on Saturday?
Can I go? Can I predict quickly?
Yeah. Go on, tell you.
Okay, I think it's draw. It's going to be draw 1-0. And the reasoning I'm saying that I think that Germany lost the momentum, and Portugal have some momentum in their favor now. I know even it's Hungary, it's not a strong team compared to Germany. Like if Germany beats them, I can see that, but I see Portugal somehow skipping 1-0 draw from that game.
Cool.
Guys,
2-1 Germany.
Ramos to Juve. Think about it. To pair up with his old buddy and pal Cristiano Ronaldo.
I'm hearing Ronaldo to PSG actually.
No, you know what, Man United should do? We should get both Ronaldo and CR7.
I don't want to talk about Manchester United transfers on this.
That'll be a dream, Red Devil.
I'm not talking about United transfers on when.
Okay, let's stick to the subject. Let's stick to the Euros.
Anyway, Yassir. So, what score prediction for this? The Germany-Portugal.
Guys, it's going to be interesting because if Germany don't win this game, they have 0 points. So they'll go into the last game with Hungary and they have to win. And I don't know. I mean, that's going to be interesting. I'll pick Portugal to win this. I would say 2-0.
2-0. Okay, fine. Okay. Abdul?
I'll see a 1-0 Germany here.
Who will score? Who will score, Abdul? You can't say that and not tell the score.
Gnabry.
Oh,
Gnabry.
You had a chance to say Werner, bro.
But the thing is, I don't think he's gonna start him.
Yeah, I don't think he'll start him either. Vishwa, score prediction?
2-1 Germany.
2-1 Germany.
It's gonna be in Germany, which everyone is forgetting. And everyone is forgetting Germany just played the best defense in the world and only conceded an own goal. So
Yep.
That's true. That's true. That's fair. Right. Let's quickly just move on because I just want to just do a quick run through. We'll keep it brief with the the match day 2 games. Maybe highlight the key games, and then just round off with like people's expectations for Copa America going forward and whether Messi can deliver the Copa America for Argentina. So I'm just going to quickly just get the fixtures up to give me 2 seconds. 2020 fixtures and just highlight the big. I think one of the big games. Obviously, we already had one of the big games.
To be fair, Red Devil, like the Copa America, like the whole tournament system is so stupid. Like the group stage, there's 2 groups of 5.
Yeah,
and it only eliminates 1 from each group. So like they play all those games, just 1 team to be eliminated. Yeah.
There's no point.
What's the point? Like everyone's gonna go through basically.
yeah. It seems just been more entertainment, more money, more football.
But you forget. So it's only 10 teams. It's not a big pool of teams.
No.
Euros are lucky to have 32, and then make it to 16. Like that's a lot easier to maintain.
They could have actually had. They usually have like a.
They should have just made it knockout stage instantly.
Or the guest nations they have. I think the Copa America used to have guest nations where they have other nations. But I don't know. I guess.
Look, if you're criticizing the Copa America method, why are 3 teams going through in the Euros, in the Euro groups?
But it's not. It's not every 3rd team that goes through though.
But still, that's basically the same sentiment.
Yeah, it was just to get more. I think the difference between you is that with this system, I think the whole point of it was that it was to get more. It's money. It's more games, more teams. Because the Euros was, I think, how many teams was it? Wasn't it 16? Was it 16 or 24? I can't remember. And then it will go straight into a quarterfinal. Yeah, it was 24 teams to go straight into a quarters. Whereas they added, another 8 more teams. It was just more. Whoa, where did that come from?
Was the Arabic music, bro?
Gonna get a copyright strike on that, man. Gonna get a copyright, man. Right, so let's just quickly go into the match review before we round off. So, because I've got to go to bed, I've got to go to work in a minute. Technically, obviously, this happened. But shout out to Wales, man.
Big time.
Shout out to Wales and Gareth Bale.
For sure.
I don't think did anyone really give Wales a chance in this group?
I did. I thought they would come out 3rd. I think they were one of the teams that would come out from like the best 3rd team. So I didn't think they were going to come out the group though.
Not to beat Turkey to get a. Abdul. Wales, Bale. I actually want to ask Montar a question.
I gave them 0 chance. I gave them 0 chance. And the reason for it is because I bought into this whole Turkey hype.
Same.
But that was a horrible investment, man.
Same.
Bro, the thing is, Wales destroyed them. Like, it's not a single game. Like they got dominated. Like I genuinely thought, like coming into this game, you know what, Turkey, they're gonna pick up. It was just a fluke against Italy, But boy, oh boy, it wasn't even a fluke, The Italy 3-0 game, it made them look good, to be fair, because they were horrible today, Turkey, man. Disappointing, man.
Ramsey should have had a hat-trick.
Already the disappointment of the tournament for me.
Yeah.
Montar, if you're there.
Yeah.
Obviously, Bale is going back to Madrid. Hazard is going back to Madrid.
Oh God!
So, what, as a Madrid fan, would you rather Bale start over Hazard on the left, or Hazard, or I know you want Mbappe, but that might not happen this year.
Bro, there's no way Bale is going back, man.
He is.
Nah, they're gonna pay him off. He's too big of a virus to let him in.
No, but then Zidane is not there.
Zidane's gone.
Zidane's gone. Yeah.
What
so,
do
so
you think about Montar? Because I'm the Madrid fan here.
bro, when I watched Gareth Bale this season for Spurs, I think that he's got 15 goals in all competition for Spurs.
Yes.
And not started in most of the games because I don't know what's wrong with him initially with Mourinho, but he's still able to score 15 Gs, with that Spurs team.
That's
So
impressive.
yeah, exactly. So I'm hoping, like he solidifies his position for next year. I mean, it's only one season left on his contract, so next season is the last season with Real Madrid. So I hope he stays, and I think so. We get something out of get something out of Bale. You know what I mean in the season.
Did you see that assist, Montar? That assist for the
Yep.
first goal for Wales.
Yep,
That
yep,
thing,
Bro, Gareth Bale. The problem is, okay, I'll tell you, Gareth Bale is very free of a mentality player. Like he doesn't want to, let's say, take the stress, and sometimes unless if you somehow convince him to play for you or like play for some kind of pride or something, then Gareth Bale usually shows up.
Remember Wales. Remember Wales go for Madrid, huh?
But do you think, because the impression I got was that him and Ancelotti had a good relationship.
Exactly.
But do you think that Ancelotti, now coming back to Madrid, do you think that he can foster that relationship to get the best out of Gareth Bale?
And yes, that's what exactly Ancelotti said in his press conference. That you know what, I want Bale, and I want to get the best out of Bale. I want to integrate Bale in this Real Madrid team because it will be like last season, or at least on his contract. You know what I mean? And he said same thing pretty much for Eden Hazard, but that guy's a different case compared to Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale is like 100 times better player than Eden Hazard, what he could have been in his career. And Gareth Bale is like a legend for us in his own, and ton of goals he scored for us as well. So I think so in that scenario, I think so Ancelotti is talking about he can revive his Real Madrid career for just one last time. So it's like just a one last dance. You know what I mean? Last dance thingy for Gareth Bale. So I think so. Yeah, I'll take that risk. And if I see his injuries and fitness issue right now, I don't think he have any of the injuries, with Spurs and even with Wales. So I'm ready to take that 1 year risk. I mean, ultimately, either we keep him on bench or send him to loan for another team. So it's better we utilize him for next season instead of sending him on loan. Yeah, I'll play Bale definitely, and that's what Ancelotti might do. Go ahead.
I can't believe, bro, what's happening to your club, bro. I cannot envision Real Madrid without Sergio Ramos, bro.
Bro, Sergio Ramos is like face of Real Madrid, man. Like 16 years.
Sad,
16 years. For me, like even like since my teenage, like when I was like, how old I was like 11, 12, I'm watching him playing in this club, man. For me, it's like a really emotional.
What's bigger, Ronaldo leaving or Ramos leaving?
What's bigger?
Ramos, bro.
Yeah,
bigger.
Which one has more impact on you?
Oh, me? Obviously Sergio Ramos, because I've been watching this guy for our team at the age of 11 when I was, and like, you know what I mean? That's totally different thing. With Ronaldo, he's also like, even when Ronaldo left, that was like, I was very emotional, low key, but like, I was very emotional when Ronaldo left, to be honest. And I respect him as what he did for the club and everything. And same goes for Ramos. And I'm very emotional today, to be honest. So like with this kind of thingy, it's end journey. Like you guys can understand, what I mean, Man United fans, with Sir Alex Ferguson, with you guys can understand with Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, all these legendary players, Rio Ferdinand, and all these, So these guys are really, really the which are like the faces of your club. You know what?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
These guys might retire, but like still, when people talk about Manchester United, you see, you know what, you see Rio. You see Scholes, you see Fergie, you know what I mean? And when people talk about Real Madrid, you see Ramos, all these thingies. So these guys are faces of your club, man. Casillas, all these guys. So I mean, I'm really emotional today, man. Like for me, I'm feeling really bad. Like, you know what I mean? That's how but the life is, man. And we move, man.
Remember, you have
I mean no
you have
disrespect.
Vinicius and Asensio now, so.
And you have 500 million euros Messi, bro.
I mean no disrespect, but does it really matter in the context when Real Madrid have the best center back in the world in Rafael Varane? Because this news seems to be very, very convenient if you're asking me, because it comes right after Rafael Varane's one of Rafael Varane's signature performances in his career. If I'm being very honest with you, yesterday.
Yeah, but then I never got the notion that Rafael Varane was better than Ramos because
No, that's not the point. Though.
Ramos
That's not
always made
that's not the point at all. This is the passing of the mantle in a Real Madrid generation.
I feel like you have Molito, you have Nacho. Varane for me, he's a good player.
No, but that's the point. Those are all the people that are going to play next to Varane. Like we have to move on. Militao will not be playing football if Sergio Ramos is in this team.
No, but you know what my thing is? You cannot replace Ramos as a counterpunch player. Yeah. You know what I mean? You might buy two upcoming centre backs. Let's say Pau Torres and next to Militao, and you have Militao, so you can buy just Pau Torres, Varane, and Militao. But you don't get that heavyweight, in one of a player. It's like saying you cannot replace Messi, Ronaldo. You can buy 3-4 attackers. You know what I mean? World-class attackers and combine them as a team. The same goes with Messi. Same goes with Cristiano. With Ramos. Yeah, with Ramos, what we have is that we can rely so much on him that we can go numbers. We can throw men forward, man. Like Marcelo, Carvajal, and then Ramos on his own one-on-one defending gives us so much attacking prowess. But now the situation will be different.
I'm gonna have to pass talks. We're going into the last 15-20 minutes. I'm gonna have to cram all that Copa America talk.
Okay, no worries, bro. No worries. I'll just finish over here quickly.
We'll finish up
quickly. I'll just finish up quickly. Yeah. With Ramos, the advantage is that he's so good in one-on-one defending that we don't have to rely on 2-3 defense, at least 2 center backs. You know what I mean? Him next to Varane was like enough, man. At the Champions League final stage, Champions League semi-final stage against Bayern, all those big teams, So my point is, now we have to change our setup now. So now we have to play like France now. Now we cannot play anymore, the attacking way. But what I mean anymore means we cannot simply have that liberty of playing that attacking football. We have to be more pragmatic now. We need to buy more of a pragmatic style player. And that's what we did with David Alaba, free agent. Yeah, anyways, that's it.
Fair. Right. Let's quickly, if we would just shout out generally what they think the scores are going to be for this, and then last 10-15 minutes or so, we'll just do a Copa America dissection. So obviously Italy beat Switzerland today. I think they're pretty much certified and through. Just looking at these key, I think these 2 key games here, or maybe a brief talk about them. Denmark versus Belgium. Does everyone generally think Belgium have got this, or does anyone think that Denmark have a chance, especially obviously unfortunate Christian Eriksen, obviously now being out the squad? Is this pretty much game, set, and match for Denmark?
Yes, it is over for Denmark. Denmark has no chance in this group.
Is that general?
But Denmark has a good defense. I think if Abdul was still here, he would still be vouching for that. So it's not really like over, but Belgium will still get the points, so that's why it'll be over. Mathematically, it'll be over for Denmark.
Denmark lost to Finland, and then they're not beating Belgium, so
it will be very close. It'll be like a 1 or 2-0 at the most. Okay. But I don't see Denmark scoring.
Netherlands, Austria. I think that's going to be interesting. I mean, I would assume Austria. Well, I don't know, because obviously Ukraine did do quite well leading up, but I would assume Austria will be much more of a test for the Netherlands than Ukraine, if that's reasonable. Will Frank de Brick get the dub, or what do people think?
A draw is written all over this game. A draw is written all over this game.
Okay.
It just is. 1-1 or 2-2.
Yeah, I agree. There's gonna be a drop. I agree with him.
It'll be pretty heroic if Austria pulls out a win, though.
I mean, I won't be shocked. I mean, Austria is not bad.
You could see a David Alaba free kick happening for a late Austria win.
Yeah, but then to be honest, Holland has a better team, but
for sure.
But Frank de Boer, he's the X factor in our own way.
Of course, he's the X factor.
You can't be conceding 2 goals when you're basically
to Ukraine.
That's in a competition. That's a problem unless you're scoring loads of goals. The thing for me is the Dutch situation is that it would have been different if like the ball was like if this was like Klopp Liverpool, when you know they could tear teams apart and score 4 or 5, but concede 2. That's different. The goals that they scored against this Ukraine team, a lot of them were mistakes from Ukraine. So yes, they conceded 3, but if let's say Neuer was in goal, I don't think those goals go in.
For sure.
So you're kind of like, is it because they were attacking and they tore Ukraine up, or was it just that they were just a bit? There was a luck involved, and I think that if you're still going to concede 2 and then be luck in front of goal, which you need, I think that might be problematic for the Netherlands, the Dutch going forward. Sorry, England, Scotland. Is this a wrap for England or
McTominay winner?
No, for sure not. No.
Guys,
No way.
this is gonna be the game of. This is gonna be a crazy game. This is gonna be. I say draw. I think this game will be a draw.
McTominay winner, guys.
Undisputed was here, Daniel, he would say Andy Robertson is gonna win it for Scotland.
I would agree with that, honestly.
John McGinn.
But on a real note,
Yeah,
to the same reason that Wales is going to have a very good tournament is because all the UK teams right now have a chip on their shoulder. They want every opportunity to play England at a very, very high stage where the stakes like really matter, you know? So Wales and Scotland and then like other non-UK teams just want this opportunity, you know?
I mean, I give it to Wales because Wales have tournament experience, they've got a bit of character. But to be honest, Scotland haven't been in an international tournament for I think more than 50 years, and they were pretty bad against the Czech Republic.
No, they were not that bad. They just, you know, we're talking completely different like narratives if they're just clinical, you know, because in the build-up games, man, they would go down like 2-0, which is pretty embarrassing, but they find character, you know. I'd say they have way more balls and character than England do. If England had half the courage Scotland do, man, they would win the Euros. For sure. If you just play with like, you know, like this matters more to you, you can just do incredible things. But we'll see. This is going to be
a draw.
Such a close game.
Where is this located, by the way?
It's going to be Wembley. It'll be in Wembley. So
yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Wembley, so
I guarantee you this, Red Devils. There's going to be a lot of Scottish fans in that stadium, man. It's going to be crazy.
I fancy Scotland, but like realistically, this will be a draw.
Fair. So a few just the last 3 penultimate games. Hungary, France.
This is easy. France
have got it. No issues here. Portugal, Germany. So I won't go through that again. Spain, Holland.
No, Poland.
Spain, Poland. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm saying
Poland are a very bad team.
I think this will be a draw as well.
No, I'm saying Spain.
Who will score for them? Morata?
No, Moreno.
I mean, Lewandowski needs help. I don't think Lewandowski. Yeah. I don't think Lewandowski performed for Poland. I just think that's just because he just doesn't have the help. The Polish team in general is not that great.
But then again, if we're being objective, like Spain are just as spineless as Poland are. Because they are not, into their context, like people like Abdul can say like they played dominant or they played well, but you score goals at the end of the day. This is not an artistic sport, okay? We love to see art in it because we're just fans of the game. Like we love attractive football. But wins, this is a winning business.
Also, Poland has more goals in this group so far than Spain, so
relax, bro. Relax.
Right. That's a fact.
And they lost. Though.
Yeah, but still, they scored a goal.
Right. Let's round up, guys. Last 10-15 minutes. We're gonna. So I want to dedicate more time to this, but just time. But Copa America, obviously, Copa America going on as well as the Euros. Neymar obviously contributing to Brazil's win against Venezuela, and Messi with a brilliant free kick contributing to a draw against Chile.
Chile.
There are some games. I think who's playing. I think who's playing now. Someone's currently playing now. I think it's
Colombia, I think.
No,
Colombia.
it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow.
It's
oh,
tomorrow.
It's
It's
Colombia,
tomorrow.
Venezuela. No one's playing today.
It's
Okay.
all Thursday and Friday.
Thursday and Friday. But I mean, just thoughts, guys. I guess two questions are: can Messi win the Copa America for Argentina, or will it be Neymar for Brazil, or will neither of these guys do it?
It's gonna be Neymar.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's gonna be Neymar. Who? What else? There's no teams in this. Like literally, every team in here is Uruguay.
No.
Not good.
This is not true.
No.
This is not true.
No.
If
That's
we
not
watch, if we watch Chile versus Argentina, this is clearly not true. Chile have a depleted team, but they still pulled a draw at the end of the day. Look, I'm not gonna be ignorant here and say like I'm not aware of the fact that this is all being played out to have a Brazil-Argentina
Yes.
final. Sure, of course, man. But let's not act like these other teams aren't playing with so much courage. They're playing like out of their skin, man. The fact that Chile even got a draw against this Argentina team, it's admirable.
But then, did you watching the game? I'm gonna be honest. Watching the game, Chile did get a draw, but then that draw was because of a PK. That was a PK, but wasn't a PK. That was questionable, but the referee gave it. I just feel like Chile just don't have the players, man. They just don't. They don't have the players to beat Brazil, or I don't think they do, and and I don't think they have Argentina didn't have the quality either. So I just feel like this tournament is very low quality, in my opinion, with the teams that are in it. So yeah.
Okay. So there doesn't seem to be any resistance. It seems that people just think that Neymar's going to do it, Brazil's going to be fine, and that's that. The quality in this current Copa America, Brazil just overall have the best squad, and they should de facto win it. So okay, so if that's the general, I'm assuming Monta, are you there? Do you agree as well?
It's not the general.
No, I like for me, I think so. Who's going to win, right? That's the prediction, right, for Copa America. I think it's Brazil. Brazil look heavy favorite, and they're the most strongest team. And I don't trust simply Argentina. Even they have a good squad. Like if you see, can Argentina win? Yes, they can. But I don't think they can beat Brazil, because when it comes to pragmatism for this kind of competition, like Copa America, Euros, World Cup, pragmatists always win. So that's how it's been, I mean, so I think so. Brazil have the best weapons and tools in order to dismantle any team in the Copa America and win it again back to back. That's my takes on it.
Okay. So I guess maybe the a better question would be whether it's okay. Who has more to lose? So if what would this? How can I put this way? Yeah, who has more to lose, Messi or Neymar? If one of these two guys basically lost the Copa America, do you think this impacts Messi more or Neymar more?
Can I say on this quickly?
Okay.
The question is like, if let's say when is the next Copa America after this?
2024.
2024. Okay, Messi. I think this is Messi's last chance. Might be to win Copa America, because I don't think so. By 2024, how old is he? 36, 37? If I'm not mistaken.
No, he'd be like 38. He'd be like 38.
Oh yeah, he might still be playing.
Okay, how old is he? Is he 34? Right now?
I thought he's 33.
No, he's turning 34. I mean 35.
So he's turning 34, so it's almost there to be 34. Okay. This is last chance for Messi.
Yeah, it's 2034. Yeah, 2034.
Yeah. So in next 3 years, I mean, maybe 37. You kidding me? I mean, so I believe this is the last chance for Messi to win the Copa America, and this is the biggest loss for him. And if Messi cannot win, let's say an international trophy with Argentina, you know how people will remember Messi then in that case. So I think so. This is the most important thing and last chance for Messi to win something with Argentina. I don't think so. World Cup they can do anything. So the only thing is this trophy, and that's the reason you can see how much they want to continue with Copa America, how much they were pushing the season for Copa America, regardless of COVID-19 cases in Brazil. But still, they wanted to go ahead and resume the tournament.
So I'm gonna disagree with Muntaha. And I'll say it's Neymar. I think Neymar has the most to lose, and the reason
Neymar is 28, bro. He
No,
can still win it.
I understand that. I understand that, Muntaha. But then, because the way I look at it is like I look at both of their careers. Messi has already cemented himself as one of the greatest players to ever play this game. Neymar, he needs to cement his legacy of where he stands in football. I mean, at this point, Neymar is considered generational talent, one of the best talents the world has ever seen. But that's it. That's all he has to his name. He has nothing, no affiliation, no nothing. He has won with Brazil. Brazil has won a Copa America without him. Let's remember that. The last Copa America, Brazil is the winners. They did it without him. This guy had Brazil had the World Cup in 2014 at their home soil. He was injured, and so he didn't get a chance to play in that game or the finals. So I just feel like.
Yes, can I quickly interject?
Yeah, go ahead, Musa.
Yeah,
and we'll round up.
Yeah. I'll just say this thing, bro, quickly. Neymar is not into the GOAT contention. Messi is. So people, anyways, not going to give respect to Neymar, even if he wins the World Cup. They're not going to put him into Ronaldo's or Messi's bracket. You know what I mean? But when it comes to Messi legacy as a GOAT argument will be forever will be in the flood, man. You know, you didn't want anything with Argentina. Anything. You don't give me the Olympics medal, bro.
Mutaha, I don't disagree with you on that point. I really don't disagree with you. But even if Messi wins a Copa America, he didn't win the World Cup. And he had the opportunity to win a World Cup with Argentina. That will be on his legacy. And he's never going to win a World Cup with Argentina. Even if he does win a Copa America with Argentina, in my opinion, it really doesn't change much for me. But with Neymar, you are Brazil's talisman. You are the heir to the throne of Pelé, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Kaká, all these great players that have played for Brazil, and you cannot win anything with Brazil. And the fact that Brazil won a Copa America without you, and I just feel like, for me, what Brazil means to me is equivalent. Brazil is equivalent to football, in my opinion. And I have them at an extremely high regard in world football. And for me, Neymar has he has every, at this point, he just becomes a talented player. That's it. A what if player, a player that had a lot of talent but nothing to show for it. Because let's be honest, Messi, he's probably the greatest Barcelona player to ever play. He has won multiple Ballon d'Ors. He has won multiple Champions League. The only Champions League that Neymar won was with Messi.
Yeah.
That's it. What does Neymar have? What does Neymar have to stand alongside Pelé? What does he have to stand next to Ronaldinho, Ronaldo? What does he have to stand next to them to sit on the same table?
You see, you're missing the key point. Actually, the question is not about Neymar's legacy. The question was who has more to lose from this tournament.
If Neymar doesn't win this, then he becomes a joke in my opinion.
I'm sure Red Devil will disagree with you, man. He knows Messi has more to lose, man. even Damien knows that, man.
Shout out to Rich Sportsman. Thanks. Hello to his channel, subscribe, man. So
guys, at this point, the last thing I'm gonna say right there was at this point.
I'll round up. Yeah.
At this point, we have Maradona, we have Pelé, we have Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Zidane. We have all these great players. Everyone already has their goats. You know, if Messi wins the Copa America, if he doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't change people's opinion about who their goat is.
Yeah.
You know? So I think that doesn't change anything for me.
I think, and this goes on to one to us about the question, because I think both of you are basically right, But I think what you're saying, Yassir, would be related more towards Neymar's retirement. So you're right. If Neymar were to retire, let's say next year, let's say he loses the Copa America and he retires next year, then yes, compared to Messi, even if Messi doesn't win this tournament or win another major trophy, people will still look at Messi as, with his legacy, with what he's done, and Neymar as almost like a what-if player, a guy who was really talented, but really, when you look at what he accomplished, really not that much. But I think, given the fact that obviously Messi is closer to retirement, this is probably his last chance to get something internationally, because realistically, Argentina, I don't think are going to be able to assemble a squad that's going to be good enough to win the World Cup in Qatar next year. Brazil, I don't think Brazil will have a good enough squad to win. I think it's going to go to another European team, to be honest. So really, Neymar still has the opportunity to do something at a World Cup, but also to do something at a PSG, maybe to win a Champions League, maybe to get him Ballon d'Or, something to cement his legacy. That obviously Messi cannot do, given that his chances are running out. It makes sense. So you're both right, but I think that what you're saying, yes, is more in context of Neymar's retirement than necessarily Messi's. Given that this is probably going to be his, well, not this year, but I presume that last World Cup, I assume is going to be his last major tournament. Is that reasonable?
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Cool. Okay. Thanks so much, guys, for everyone's watching, guys. Shout out to Rich in it as well. We're going for almost 3 hours now, probably longest stream in a while now. So, but thanks, guys, for being involved. We might do something this weekend, just to kind of with the talk of Varane and Pogba and different things. It might be worth just having a conversation regarding just transfers for the European this season.
Before you go, right?
Go on.
A last question for you, right? Last question for you.
Yeah.
Let's say this: would you do this swap deal with us?
Okay.
You give us Pogba.
Okay.
We give you Eden Hazard. We take that.
Are you trolling?
Okay.
Okay.
Let me ask you a serious question.
Okay.
Give us Pogba. We'll give you Varane.
No.
I would do that. No, I would do that because I think that we could. I'm not saying Grealish is at the level of Pogba. He's not. But I think that if you were to bring Grealish in with Van der Beek and Bruno, there's enough creativity there that you can potentially compensate. And then if you bring in a DM like into that team, then I don't think you necessarily miss Pogba that much. But that's assuming you get all those other players.
Muntaha, the one player I'll give you for Pogba is Casemiro.
I think so. I'll do that.
You do that?
Yes. You know why I'll do that?
Okay, I'll do that then. I'll give you Pogba.
You know why I'll do that? I'll tell you. Because we have David Alaba, and David Alaba is very good as a DM. I've seen this season.
Right,
fair enough.
You know what? People might be emotional from Madrid camp. They might be emotional, but I'll do that. I'll give you Casemiro. Yeah, you give me Pogba.
Yeah,
I think that's fair deal. That's fair deal.
Yeah, David Alaba, Cruz, or Modric in a thing, sort of. Yeah, that's actually fair. We'll talk about this on the weekend. Actually, we'll talk about the weekend because I think there's a lot to talk about on that. Right. Thanks you guys for watching in the comments, getting your questions in. Really appreciate it. Remember to like the vid, subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Have a nice day, everyone, and cheers.
Yep, have a good one, man.